and SASportsStar.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
San Antonio Spurs return to action tonight, looking to make it 2 wins in a row. They're in Utah to take on the Jazz. Wemby and Keldon Johnson both listed as questionable for tonight's ball game, although both, we are told, went through shoot-around this morning. Tip-off, Spurs-Jazz set for 8 o'clock. And remember Josh Reynolds? He's now a Denver Bronco. The San Antonio native signed a 2-year deal that could be worth up to $14 million.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Guess what day it is?
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minutes.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hump day.
Hump day!
Hump day.
Hump day!
Hump day.
Hump day!
Hump day.
Here we go.
Hump day!
Hump day.
It's the best day of the week.
It is a great Wemby Wednesday. I can promise you that, because not only is it Hump Day, not only is it Wemby Wednesday,
Yeah.
and he may play today, not only is it the first day of retirement for Carlos. Congratulations, Carlos, as he makes that comment on our YouTube channel.
Yes, congratulations, Carlos.
It is Getaway Day.
Oh.
I mean, you know, we'll do this fine quality radio show till 6 o'clock. Go home, pack, eat a little dinner, go to the airport, get on a plane to Las Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas, baby.
You ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Are you
Yes.
ready?
Going to be fun. Opening day of Major League Baseball tomorrow. Sweet 16 tomorrow. Not going to be anything to do in Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, sure we could go find some children to read to if we need to.
Yeah, I'm sure we could.
I mean,
Although their parents might not want that.
yeah, that's a good point. I mean, that's you. Speak for yourself.
Yeah. No, I'm speaking for you.
Speak for yourself.
Uh-huh.
Are you kidding? I am so ready to go. Look, how many last minute people are going to say, screw it, I'm going to Vegas?
Come on.
Bring it.
Yeah, they've got Southwest has got seats.
They do.
They do. Let's go.
They do. They do. You packed?
It's going to be fun. Just about all the way. Yeah. Although the problem with that
Here we
is
go.
I look at what I want to take and what I may have to take are two different things.
That's
So I
weird.
look at the weather forecast, right? And it's going to be a little chilly in Las Vegas, believe it or not.
Yeah, but it's Vegas cold. It's different.
It's different.
I
huh?
have no idea.
Yeah, you don't know anything.
I have no idea. All I know is I did pack this morning,
Uh-huh.
which is about 12 hours sooner than I thought I would pack.
And I saved your butt.
Well, I don't know.
No, I did.
I don't know that you did, because now I've got to go rethink or just add to the suitcase, because Joe calls me and we're talking this morning and he's like, it's going to be cold and rainy. I've got to rethink everything I was going to bring. And I was like, well, I already put like 5 pair of shorts and 5 T-shirts and 2 nice shirts in the suitcase. Oh man, no hap sips. I didn't put one in there. It's supposed to rain. So I look at my phone, it's like 30% chance. And the beauty is it doesn't rain in a casino. Although in Vegas, because it doesn't rain much, I have actually seen it rain in a casino with the flooding outside. It seems to seep in.
Yes, it does. That was a bad thing, but it's supposed to rain on Saturday, right? So that's good. So today it's 72 degrees. Well, tomorrow it's going to be up to 74, but then Friday 68 is the high.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little chilly.
It might be. So I might have to go throw a half sip in there.
I saved your butt.
I say yes.
You'd have been in there in shorts and flip-flops and a tank top and freezing your butt off.
Well, the beautiful thing is generally when I pack and if I'm going somewhere, and again, in this case, we're checking a suitcase. I'm checking a suitcase because everybody on this trip is checking bags. I never want to be the guy that, all right, well, everybody else carried on and you got to wait for me at baggage claim. Now, I know, Ryan, you don't give a damn.
I don't give a damn.
I tend to. And a lot of times, like if you're going to Vegas for the weekend, Joanna can have her carry-on. I can have my carry-on, and we're set. Except for we've got all the work equipment, so we've got to check bags. So at this point, I don't care if I have too much stuff because it will come back. But if I forget something, the beautiful thing is I can go buy it.
Well, yeah, there's plenty of places to buy.
Yeah.
But
I'd rather not have to go buy it, but I could go buy it.
I've packed for like a 2-week vacation.
Well, it is a 2-week vacation.
So I've got anything I need in there, and that's the way I like it. I like to have stuff, options, choices.
Yes.
Now, most of that stuff's going to come back clean, never worn, but that's okay.
Still
I don't
gets
care.
washed though, right?
Well, of course. Well, I don't know. Maybe not.
Oh, you can't put clothes that were traveling.
Why?
Back into the closet. Well, because one, your dirty clothes have been in that same suitcase.
No, I have a bag for that. And if you don't have a bag for that, at the hotel, they've got that laundry bag. I put all my dirty clothes in there.
But still, though, it's still traveling in there. You compress the stink in that bag.
What is it, like the aroma's going to get out on the other clothes?
I'm just saying. I mean, you traveling clothes, whatever. It all gets, when we get home from a trip, the suitcases never make it past the laundry room. Joanna will empty them all out right into the washing machine.
Wow.
Yes. They never make it back for the option to go back into the closet.
I'm not going to do that. I mean, if I don't wear the clothes, they go back in the closet and I wear them again.
All right. Well, there you go. But yeah, I'm back. But I might have to go put in
you will.
I have to.
Because I don't want to hear you bitching how cold you are.
Well, even if I impact appropriately, if it's cold, I'm still going to bitch.
Well,
because I tend to bitch when it's cold. I'm not good at that. But almost like our Oxnard trips every year to Dallas Cowboys training camp, where literally you have to pack for 2 weeks when you're there for a week because the weather in the daytime is so completely different than the weather at night. It's bizarre, but that's how it is out there. This is going to be the same because we're working during the day, although our work day Thursday and Friday will end at 4:00 because the time difference.
Yes.
Noon to 4.
Which is really nice, by the way. I like going west to do the show.
Yes.
It's nice. Start at noon, end at 4.
See, and when we go east,
that sucks.
Well, and see, when the show was till 7:00 on the East Coast, we went till 8. That really did suck.
Well, we don't have to worry about that, Minix.
Yeah.
Looking forward to this trip. Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. And a lot of excitement at Circa Las Vegas. So if you get a wild hair, get on the plane.
And here's the thing, and we've said this multiple times. If you're going to Vegas this weekend, we are doing the show at Circa Las Vegas Thursday and Friday. Even if you're not staying at Circa. No, we wish you were, as it makes things a little easier.
Sure.
But if you're out there and you want to hang out, hit us up on Twitter. It's probably the easiest way. At Joe Reinagle 210, at Jason Minix. Now, same handles for Instagram.
Yes.
But it's weird if you send me a DM on Instagram and I'm not following you back, it gets in there with all those hidden messages, with all the spam stuff that you never see. And I'm probably not going to see that, at least not right away. You send a message on Twitter and it buzzes the phone and I'll see it. Joe will see it. I don't necessarily always see those on Instagram for whatever reason, or I see them several days later. I don't know what it is with the settings. So if we're not following you back, make sure you hit us up on social media and come hang out with us. So either while we're doing our show, we might plan, depending on what all is going on, a meetup at the bar there at Circa and, play a little blackjack or do something.
Yes.
But we want to have drinks with everybody that's from San Antonio this weekend while we are in Las Vegas.
Circa has that long bar. That bar is, wall to wall there in the casino.
Yeah.
And it's huge. So we can get everybody. Get a whole long line of folks there. Drinks. I think Minix said he was going to buy too, which is really nice. Was that you or your wife? Somebody named Minix said they were buying.
I thought it was Reinagle was buying. I thought it was Reinagle that was buying.
You know what?
I would say Uncle Lance would, but
if you show up out there,
you will get a drink.
You will get a drink.
Yeah, we'll make sure you're taken care of.
You know what?
I think it should be the other way around. You come find us and you bring beer when you're showing up out there.
You know what I just saw that's going to make your head explode?
Uh-oh.
Some dude on Twitter, and it's fake, obviously, but it's got Dak Prescott in a San Francisco 49er uniform.
Yeah,
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Wow.
Somebody tagged us in that crap.
Uh-huh.
I love spam.
He looks
this
good
time
in
of
that
year.
uniform, don't you think?
Well, no, that's like one of the most piss poor Photoshop looking things. That looks like I did it on
No,
Photoshop.
I think he looks great. And the old number 4 there and what, crimson and gold?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not actually going to make my head explode.
No? You'd be okay with that?
Wherever he goes, he's going to be dead to me. But at the same time, I don't blame him if he doesn't get the deal he wants from the Dallas Cowboys. And it will suck when he goes to a team like that, right? Or wherever he ends up. The good news is San Francisco is not in need of a quarterback, so I don't think it's going to be San Francisco.
No,
anyway.
It's not going to be San Francisco.
It's not going to be San Francisco.
I just saw a deal today that the Niners are already preparing to light up Brock Purdy's world with a brand new contract.
Well, I mean, because he wasn't a first round pick, they don't have that extra year to toy with. So yeah, that bill's going to come due.
Yeah, he's eligible after this season, so he's got another season to go before he gets the big money. But they're preparing for it.
Well, of course,
getting ready for
it. That's what teams not named the Dallas Cowboys do.
Exactly.
They prepare for when these things are going to happen. They don't go, oh, where's the emergency fund? Yeah, you didn't buy the warranty on that fridge, huh? Are we going to put more money? No, just buy a new one.
Buy a new one.
Buy the warranty.
Yeah.
Go that route. Let's talk about the latest on the Cowboys and Dak Prescott coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
First, though, let's talk about Stevens Roofing and all the storms that we've had, right? It rained all morning at my house. Just a nice steady rain, no thunder or lightning. But you know what? It's spring, and that stuff is coming. You know it is. It happens every single year, and you want to make sure that your roof is in great shape. Or if some hail comes and unfortunately your roof gets damaged, Stevens Roofing is the call because really they're the one name in roofing that stands high above the rest. A quality roof overhead by Stevens Roofing means comfort, it means confidence, and it certainly means peace of mind. Protection for all of those things that you love. If you're in the market for repairs, a replacement roof, an upgrade, or if you just want an inspection to make sure the roof is okay, work with the experienced team that brings local roots, value, and a vast knowledge of the craft to every job. That is Stevens Roofing. Give them a call today, 210-785-0994. You can also check them out online at stevensroofing.net, but get that roof checked out and make sure it's ready to go. Stevens Roofing is the company. The phone number, 210-785-0994.
Nothing beats March Madness. The pure sound of a swish, the rattle of a slam dunk, the fans on their feet for the big moments. And the action just keeps getting better until a national champion is crowned. Hear all the action with Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NCAA men's and women's tournaments right here
on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and San Antonio's ESPN 1250.
Are you ready to party with a purpose? Taste of the Northside is Thursday, April 18th at the beautiful Security Service Event Center. This elevated fiesta event for foodies includes on-site covered parking, entertainment, unlimited tastings from over 30 premier restaurants, countless curated wines and craft beers, hosted by Brighton Center, presented by HEB. Purchase tickets at tasteofthenorthside.org. Proceeds benefit Brighton Center, the largest nonprofit in San Antonio serving children with disabilities through pediatric therapy and education initiatives.
At Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, there's something that binds us all. The collective goal to transcend the ordinary. Introducing the all-new Ping G730 and I-530 irons. The G730 irons are Ping's longest and most forgiving irons, while the I-530s fit golfers who want more distance in a player's design and are engineered for higher launch and more. Visit us in store at Edwin Watts Golf Shops or online at worldwidegolf.com. Get there.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Hard work, dedication, and dreams. These are the keystones of success. But easily filing your taxes with TurboTax and Credit Karma doesn't hurt either. And getting your max refund guarantee definitely doesn't hurt. But let others think you did a lot of hard work to file your taxes when in reality, it was a walk in the park. No, you literally filed while walking your dog in the park. Winner! Because some key info is pre-filled for you so you can file quickly and confidently like the boss that you are. So give yourself the peace of mind that comes with getting expert help. Because you're going places. Let's go. And make tax season feel like it's award season with easy filing. Yeah! Know that you're backed by the leading tax preparer, TurboTax, and we'll show you all your filing options up front so there are no surprises. Feel accomplished and confident that your taxes are done right. File an Intuit Credit Karma today. Yeah. Expert help not available with all products. Guarantee details available at turbotax.com/guarantees.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. We've helped over 30,000 families out of financial hardship by getting them out of bad timeshares. If your timeshare agreement goes on forever, if you were told timeshares are a great investment, or your maintenance fees will never go up, you have questions, we have the answers. At Wesley Financial Group, we're dedicated to helping timeshare owners get out of their financial nightmare. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call now for your free timeshare exit information kit. Call 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000. 800-761-0000.
Check out the 2024 Basketball Mayhem at sasportstar.com. Enter your best bracket for the chance to win an incredible $1 million prize at sasportstar.com.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jay Semenix. As we are Vegas bound.
Happy hump day,
on a flight later today.
Hump day?
Yeah.
Southwest has already sent my drink tickets. I'm ready to go.
Wait a minute. Really?
Well, yeah.
Well, Joanna doesn't drink, right?
My wife? No, never.
That's all right. That's why I wanted to pack early this morning, because I'd leave here, go home, have a cocktail, finish packing, and then go to the airport.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's what I told Joanna. I was like, I'll get home about 6:30ish. We'll probably eat something.
Yeah.
Call Uber at 7. 7:15, somewhere in there. We're good to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Same thing. Have a beer.
Yeah. I'll have a cocktail.
Sure, of course you will.
Sure, I will.
I'm a beer guy.
I know it.
I'm a beer
I
guy.
enjoy good cold beer as well, but sometimes it just calls for a cocktail. Got my little vodka and.
What do they call it? The Legends Club that's at the top, basically the rooftop of Circa?
Circa something.
I will have whatever craft cocktail they have up there. I think if you're up there, you're not getting a beer.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, well, you can. I can do what I want, and I'm going to get what I want. But I think in that kind of setting, with all the wild specialty drinks that they have in that bar, that basically is the roof of Circa. Now, you're not on the roof. They got a cover over it, obviously, and, they got it to where you can't fall off of that thing.
But you can see everything.
Oh, you could see everything. Yeah. Well, it's when we were at Resorts World for Jerry Jones's party, on the 66th floor of Resorts World, they have that bar, and you walk outside, and there was incredible views.
Oh, it was unreal.
Well, from Circa, it's the same thing, just the opposite. because you're looking back down towards the strip.
It's called the Legacy Club.
The Legacy Club.
That's
Legends
it,
Club,
yeah.
Legacy Club.
Legacy Club.
It's way up there.
I like that Legacy Club. Rooftop cocktails.
Yeah.
How about that?
That I'll probably have a good old-fashioned or something.
All right. Can't do many old-fashioned. I can have one.
Yeah, well, that's it.
They're a little too sweet for me.
Hey, they put hair on your chest, man.
Whatever, dude. I'd rather just have some straight whiskey.
You could do that, too.
Yeah, I can do that.
A little vodka, something. We'll figure it out.
Sure, we'll figure it out. I know, we will.
Or, whatever they put in front of me. I mean, because by the time we get up there, I don't think I'm going to care.
No,
as long as there's a drink in my hand.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Redbird's Junkie on our YouTube channel says, legend has it, Corey is still on hold. Yes, he actually is. He actually is still on hold. Appreciate you, Redbird's Junkie. If you're watching on YouTube, you can always comment there and make sure you subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. And here's another reason to subscribe. And while we love that you're listening on the radio, and that's still 99% of our audience,
Absolutely.
probably 99.8% of our audience, tomorrow, while we're at Circa, assuming Ryan can find grumpy-ass Greg and get the camera that we had, we'll have a third camera. They even brought this cool little device here so I could plug in multiple cameras.
That's nice.
So we'll have a pool cam.
Oh, sure.
That sounded bad. But yeah, we're going to have a scenery cam.
Yes.
Wherever we are in Circa. If we're inside the casino, wherever we're doing our show tomorrow, we're just going to have a camera on what the hell is going on.
As we should.
Yes.
Because that's what the people expect. And that's what we're here for.
Yep.
Is it 6 yet? Sorry, we got a quality show to do.
Focus, sir.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
It's not getaway day.
It is getaway
day.
Well,
it is getaway day, but not time yet. not time to go. Hell, one of the other people on the trip, she called me like at 8:30 this morning. I thought, why are you calling me so early? Tell me you're not going to the airport now. She's ready to go.
Yes, she is.
She is so ready to go.
Yes.
Like last night, 9:00, got a text, check-in time.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean.
But we got to remember, this is a business trip to some extent.
Work.
Yes,
no, it's 100% work.
It's a business trip.
100% work.
Of course.
Work.
It's a business trip.
Work.
So Circa's expecting a lot out of us.
Can we drink more than they paid?
Wow.
No.
Yes, we can. Don't make a bet on that. Certainly not a prop bet.
Yeah, take the over. We're not college athletes.
No.
So we're good.
Interesting story we'll get to later.
That is. Looks like Stephon Gilmore is done in Dallas. One glorious year with the Dallas Cowboys. He wanted to come back. It doesn't sound like he is going to come back. We know he had a nice visit with the Carolina Panthers, which concerns me that we're at this point of free agency. And the guys that are available probably overvalue themselves, which is why they're still available. And if you're Stephon Gilmore, at this point in your career, chasing a ring, why in the hell are you talking to the Carolina Panthers? Does nobody want you? He had a good year for the Dallas Cowboys. Why has nobody picked him up?
I don't know. That's why he's probably not talking to the Dallas Cowboys either. If he's chasing a ring, why in the hell would you come to Dallas?
Why always a low blow with the left, man?
I'm just saying. It makes sense.
That didn't require the nut shot. Come on, man.
It really did.
It really didn't.
It really did.
It really didn't. But it really didn't. But even Stephen Jones is sounding like he is thanking Stephon for one good year.
I can't comment on what anyone else thinks. I just know we think a whole lot of Stephon, obviously, with Bland stepping up and us re-signing J. Lou and, of course, having Diggs coming off that injury. There's another really, a great football player that we're allocating a lot of our cap resources to that barely, didn't play much last year. And here we're going to have him back ready to go. So, it's just having to pick and choose where you want to use your resources. Stephon was, not only was he really good for us on the field, but, I'd say a better guy off the field in terms of how he goes about his business, being a pro, helping the young guys in the room. So, look forward to him. I hope things go well for him. And, he was nothing but, very, productive for us. And we don't ever rule that out either.
I wouldn't want to keep that guy around either. Boy, sounds like a real jackass.
Yeah, but not worth the money.
How much could the money be? And why have any depth at corner? I mean, why? What a silly notion that is. Let's have no depth at corner. Come on. What are you thinking?
It depends on the money. Now, he made good money last year, and I don't know what he seems to be searching for, but nobody seems to be willing to bring a corner the caliber of Stephon Gilmore in at the value he clearly is asking for, right? I mean, when you look at it, if he is trying to maximize what he thinks he is worth, or even get paid the same as what he was making last year, and nobody has brought him in, a lot of teams need corners. He played well. Yes, he is older, but at whatever he is asking, and we don't know how many teams he has turned down, how many teams called, how many teams said, hey, man, we'll offer you this, and he's turned that down. We have no idea. He's trying to figure out his worth. And clearly, if he's still available, and I do think the Cowboys would love to bring him in and bring him back, but at what cost? And, the Cowboys are playing the poor man card. They don't have any money to spend.
Yeah, I know. Boy, they play that well.
And again, I think if they wanted him, they'd figure out how to get the money to bring him in.
Well, look, and on this one, I may give the Cowboys a little bit of a benefit of the doubt. He's coming off the injury. And although everybody says he's going to be fine, you just don't know, especially at his age. It might take a little longer than expected. So with him, I'll give him a pass. But it is just another example of one more guy that the Cowboys are just letting go because they want to be cheap or whatever the case may be. But it is another player off your roster going somewhere else, and they've had a ton of those. And I joke about the depth, but I mean, it is something to talk about. Trayvon Diggs, you don't know how he's going to be. Everybody seems to think he's going to be fine. Maybe he will, maybe he won't.
Well, I mean, most guys struggle a little bit coming off of an injury, but most guys do recover from those injuries. And the fact that his injury was so early, they must feel like they're going to be fine. Deron Bland, and then they brought, his Jay Lu's re-signed. And if they are comfortable with the depth behind them, whether we are or not, if they are, and that's their plan, at least there is a plan. And I mean, because there's no guarantee. I mean, Gilmore coming in last year, what was that? Well, I mean, he was good at one point, but he's getting older now. There's a reason the Colts gave him up for a mid-round pick. I mean, there were those conversations last year, and he went out and he played extremely well. But there were questions whether or not he could still do it last year when he became a member of the Dallas Cowboys.
And he did it last year, did he not? And it's a good thing they had him last year, was it not?
Absolutely.
Because of Trayvon Diggs going down. So they're going to have to do something there. The plan, whatever the plan is, I don't think anybody knows what the hell the Cowboys' plan is, other than just to shed players and not spend any money at all. That's kind of their plan. And if that gets you to a Super Bowl, maybe that's something different. They are doing something different. If that gets you to a Super Bowl, Jerry Jones, and God bless you. Just be cheap and let everybody go.
Yeah. There is a sense of the anger that Jerry had at the end of the year.
No question.
That I have done it. We have spent money. We have done this. And the result was what?
Same thing.
So why am I going to go out and do all this if we're not going to get there? When we have a belief that we draft, we develop, let's let these young guys that we've invested in step up without writing those big ass checks. Again, and it is different, which is how many Cowboy fans and people like Joe Reinagle, you do the same thing over and over again. What's the definition of? All right. So now they are doing something different and you're still not happy.
What do you mean they're doing? They're doing the same thing they always do.
No,
Draft
they're not.
And develop.
No, they're not bringing in people and paying them. right? They're not bringing in this guy or bringing in that guy.
Well, who did they bring in besides? They brought in Brandon Cooks and Stephon Gilmore.
Well, again,
and that didn't break the bank. Certainly.
Again, not signing free agents, hoping these young guys step up and play well. That's what, and they hope to do well in the draft. And when you think about the draft that's coming up, Cowboys, they have a lot of needs in the draft. And as Steven has said this week at the owners' meetings, this draft aligns with their needs. Well, Matt Miller at ESPN doesn't have a first-round mock or a first 3 rounds mock. Matt Miller must have a lot of time on his hands because he put together a 7-round mock draft.
7 rounds.
It includes trades. It includes all kinds of stuff. I mean, his fantasy world, but he has come up with a 7-round mock draft. What does he have the Dallas Cowboys doing with their draft picks? We'll go over that, tell you about the Cowboys and what he thinks the Texans will do here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You know, if you've done some grilling over the last couple of days, you want to make sure you get those photos of that great meat on your grill to sasportstar.com, because every Thursday we give away that $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market. And this weekend, that $50 will go a long way because this is one of those big grilling weekends, Easter weekend. You want to get into Tri-County Meat Market. I expect to see some hams next week in Grilling with the Blitz. And this week, when you think about that family dinner, you know, whether you're doing a ham, you want to do a brisket, a picanha, a nice tri-tip, some English crosscuts, some beef ribs, whatever you're doing, get into Tri-County Meat Market because that great meal starts with great meat, and this is one of the majors. Tri-County Meat Market, locally owned, full service. They have what you need with the quality you expect. They always offer a 10% discount for military and first responders, and you can always take advantage of their Pick 5 for $25. Tri-County Meat Market has 2 great locations on Ralph Fair Road and on Huebner, or online at tricountymeat.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with Rob and RJ.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, the 16 is sweet and 4 contenders are at it. UConn, North Carolina, Arizona. Can they make it? We'll undress all of them and see who looks good in the showers.
Plus, find me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. It is opening the World Series. We are definitely going to tell you. Oh, and the Spurs played last night. Did they get win number 17? We'll tell you at 6 a.m.
Puro San Antonio football is back at the Alamo Dome. Join the herd and watch your Brahmas in the best seats at the best prices. Single, season, and group tickets are available now. Don't miss any Brahmas action this season, led by legendary head coach Wade Phillips. The Brahmas kick off the season March 31st against the DC Defenders in the Alamo Dome. Let's pack the Dome. Experience the excitement. Head to theufl.com to buy your Brahmas tickets today. That's theufl.com. Vamos Brahmas!
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Folks, quality is a huge deal. It's what I look for when I recommend something to my listeners. It means you can depend on it. Quality means it won't let you down. It's something you can be proud of. Well, that's the definition of a Kinetico water softener. With other water softener brands, you just never know. Maybe they work half the time or they're just plain junk. A Kinetico water softener is up to 80% more efficient than competing models and will be the last water softener, and it's backed up with an outstanding 10-year warranty too. If you're ready to enjoy all the benefits that come with quality, bring home a Kinetico water softener. Call the team at Kinetico at 656-PURE or online at KineticoSA.com. That's 656-PURE or KineticoSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE Kinetico.
Want to see the dedication and discipline it takes to become a world champion boxer? Witness 21-1 world-ranked Gio Cabrera, trained by the legendary Freddie Roach, who's worked with the likes of champion Manny Pacquiao, Miguel Cotto, and Julio Cesar Chavez. Come to training exhibition and fan experience at Smoke, Texas and Sky Bar, located at 501 East Crockett in downtown San Antonio. Free to the public. Thursday, March 28th, starting at 5 p.m. Go to dnpboxing.com. Brought to you by Everlast, Quintana Rum, and Desi Martinez Promotions.
The smarter way to clean your floors. It's time to make the swap. Swiffer Power Mop.
Introducing the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one tool that gives you a mop and bucket clean in half the time. The solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket, and the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get deep into grout. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. Not one based on the driver who treats the highway like a racetrack and the shoulder like a passing lane. Why pay a rate based on anyone else? Get one based on you with DriveWise from Allstate.
Not available in Alaska or California, subject to terms and conditions. Rates are determined by several factors, which vary by state. In some states, participation in DriveWise allows Allstate to use your driving data for purposes of rating. While in some states, your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Generally, safer drivers will save with DriveWise. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Pork rinds pack a protein punch and are the boldest low-carb snacks out there. Skip the chip and try Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds for that ultimate crunch. And with flavors that will have you craving for more, the time to stock up on Southern Recipe at H-E-B is now. Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Be big, be bold, be adventurous.
San Antonio, get ready for Car Fest, April 5th through the 7th at the Freeman Expo Hall. Enjoy a car show, driver workshops, entertainment, plus the chance to win a free car. And the best part, admission is free. Learn more at carfestsa.org.
This is Tony Pollard, and you're listening to The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When does that hit the delete button?
That was Tony Pollard. Isn't he dead to you?
Nah.
He's not dead to you?
No. Why would he be dead to me?
Well, he's not a Cowboy.
I mean, still a friend.
Oh,
Sorta.
yeah? You just said Dak was going to be dead to you if he ended up in San Francisco.
Like, literally a joke. If I would be, like, the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys is different than, say, Tony Pollard playing out his time. It's time to go. I said this yesterday on extra innings with Pledge. The idea of Dak playing for another team, play out the year and go somewhere else and wins a Super Bowl. And I used the comparison of Colts fans when they were ready to move on from Peyton and they thought they had everything lined up, and he goes to Denver and he wins Super Bowls. They're sick. This is so different than DeMarcus, where it's been great, man. Go win a ring somewhere else. But you're quarterback. But if it were Dak Prescott that did it, the quarterback, Dak Prescott can't get it done in Dallas, go somewhere else. I don't know if Jerry Jones could live with that, because all that would prove is, yes, you are right. Dak was the guy, and you, Jerry Jones, failed to put the team around him to get it done.
Wow.
That's what it would be if Dak Prescott wins a Super Bowl with another team.
Well, see,
would Jerry be able to live with himself if that happened?
I have to take up for Jerry Jones in that he did put that team on the field last year. That team was a Super Bowl contender.
It was.
And Dak and company let Jerry down. Jerry put that roster on the field, and the players let the Dallas Cowboys down last year, including Your beloved Dak Prescott.
Yes, now he's my beloved. But yes, dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to mourn the loss of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes.
Yeah, well, and again, though, but think about that. Jerry has, in the last 30 years, put together several rosters that were legit Super Bowl contenders. Legit.
Yeah.
They didn't get it done.
Right.
Tony Romo had a couple of great opportunities. Dak Prescott has had a great opportunity, including last year. But if he were to go win a Super Bowl with another franchise, think about it. He's not Tom Brady that, all right, Kraft, this was fun. Bill, man, we'll see you on the yacht. I'm going down to Florida. I'm going to go win me one. It's a little bit different because Tom Brady has proven it. And you know damn well it made those guys in New England sick to watch Tom Brady in another uniform go win a Super Bowl. Can you imagine, not just Cowboy fans, but Jerry Jones watching Dak Prescott win a Super Bowl with another franchise?
Well, I mean, he'd have to be dreaming, and then he'd wake up. I mean, and he'd be just fine. And he'd say, well, that was a nightmare, but that's never going to happen. So I think if you're Jerry Jones, you roll the dice. Yeah, look, Dak is a fine quarterback. He's fine, but he needs a lot of playmakers around him. Here's going to make your head explode.
Here we go.
Put him on that San Francisco team that Brock Purdy has.
Oh,
then he might win a championship.
Well, yeah.
He needs that.
So would Brock Purdy. He would win a championship holding a clipboard.
He needs that.
He does need that. And look, how many quarterbacks? You look at Patrick Mahomes, and then your list is what?
Sure. And
like
Mahomes and Tom Brady.
Every quarterback needs a team. See, Tom Brady never had superstars, but he had some superstars. He had some great defenses, some great tight ends. He always lacked that big playmaking wide receiver, but he had a lot of help. Gronk and Aaron Hernandez.
The murderer?
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
R.I.P. sort of, maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, those were some stacked, well-coached, schematic teams that were able to get it done.
Well, Mahomes has Kelsey.
He
does.
And again, great scheme, play within that. Now this year never looked like Kansas City was a legit Super Bowl team. Very good,
not.
But they won when it mattered.
That's
you
it.
Look at Josh Allen and what they have in Buffalo. Same kind of conversation. You wonder what ultimately with Cincinnati. Now that Burrow's gotten paid, what are they going to be able to do to keep things together? And, who are the other contenders? Eagles, maybe?
Well, Burrow's got to stay healthy. That's going to be what we're going to look for from him. He's got to stay healthy.
Sure.
That's been his biggest problem. Look, I'm not going to argue. Dak is in that.
He's in that conversation.
He's in that group below. No, Dak needs help.
Yeah.
He does. He cannot lift the team by himself.
True.
He can't do it.
We've said that many times.
Sure.
And so you know what your limitations are with Dak.
So you got to put players around him. And the Cowboys aren't doing that. They're not.
Well, the Cowboys aren't doing that because they feel like they have players around him already. You have a stud wide receiver in CeeDee Lamb. You've got a great defensive player in Micah Parsons on the other side.
Is he?
What do you mean?
We'll talk about that.
Is
There's some around the league that think he doesn't show up when the money's on the line.
And that is legit. And I know now with Yahoo, the great Jory Epstein was talking about that this week at the owners' meetings.
I was talking to a defensive coach from another team about this, and I was just trying to understand because, like, on one hand, we see Micah's sack numbers, we see what he can do, but it's like, think about the biggest games that they had, the games against San Francisco, the playoff games. Like, what did Micah do in those games? And I had one coach tell me, when the Cowboys are winning, Micah's a Hall of Fame player. When the Cowboys need him most, he's pretty average. And I was asking, I'm like, okay, well, if he's taking off some plays, like people say Chris Jones takes off plays, like I still think he's worth the money. I still think he's helped the Chiefs to Super Bowls. And this coach, I think, wisely told me, Chris Jones takes off some plays, but he makes them when they matter most. Yeah. Micah is not 100% on all plays, but he kind of makes them when they matter least. And I'm not saying least, but he's not making them when they matter most. So I would say, like, you have to decide.
That sounds like the whole Cowboys team. That sounds like the entire.
I know. When I told this to someone,
I mean, and you know what? I listen to that. She's not wrong.
No,
she's not right.
But it's not her. She said that a
yes.
NFL type told her this.
But when you look at, and we've talked about this, whether we were talking to Brian Baldinger on Radio Row or Lombardi on Radio Row, the one thing about Micah Parsons is he is a game wrecker in a sense that everybody knows where he is on every play. And when you're double or triple teamed, you might not get to the quarterback. You might not make that sack. You might not make that tackle, but other guys are able to make plays because of all the attention that you're getting. So if he is taking off plays and they don't see the effort, that's one thing if they're seeing that on film. And that is something that I think you will see a difference in the way Micah is coached from Dan Quinn to Mike Zimmer, because Mike Zimmer won't tolerate that if he is seeing some loafing on some plays. But honestly, how many times have we watched a Cowboys game just this year alone where the TV commentators, it felt like Greg Olson was the voice of the Dallas Cowboys this year because they had so many games with the number one broadcast crew on Fox, where they would point out Micah's motor going around, getting double or triple team, plays over there, and he is still there when the tackle is made. So I generally don't question his effort, especially in big moments. But when you're getting double or triple teamed and you don't always beat a double or triple team and you don't get there, that doesn't mean your effort wasn't there. You were taking plays off.
Micah was just like the rest of the Cowboys in the playoff game.
It was awful. And he was bad.
All of them were the same. And I think that's what Jory is saying and was being told. It's those moments. That's when big players need to make big plays. And to be a big player, that's when you need to shine. Not when you're playing the New York Giants. Not when you're playing the Carolina Panthers. When you're playing the Green Bay Packers in round one of the playoffs.
Absolutely. And again, I think one of the knocks on Micah as an edge rusher and one of the knocks on Dan Quinn, and this isn't kicking a guy who's not in the room anymore. This is something that you and I were talking about here on the Blitz, probably about mid-October on. The Cowboys' run defense was a question because every play they were trying to get to the quarterback and get a sack. And when your pass rush immediately on every damn down, it feels like, and this is, I think, part of it with Micah, by the time you recognize and read run, that guy's past you. They never seemed to play run first. It was always pass rush first and then react to the run, which bit him in the ass, especially against Green Bay.
I can't disagree with that. And that's an issue. And Micah still has a lot of coaching up to be done. He's got the talent, he's got the tools, but maybe it's his head. Maybe he needs to learn a little bit better. He's going to get paid. There's no question about it. Like one of the top guys in the league. And maybe he should, but he's got some improvement that he needs to do as well. Scott's your guy, whatever they're going to do with him. And I'm going to be interested to see what they do with him. Does Mike Zimmer keep him as a pass rusher, or does he move him around? Does he let him play linebacker at points? It's going to be interesting to see, because it sounds to me like Micah is up for that he's not opposed to doing that, because we heard him throw Dan Quinn under the bus. So he's not opposed to it. Let's see what happens.
I am not an NFL coach. Not going to pretend to be one. But I can tell you, it's not Dan Quinn, move him around. If you're seeing Micah getting double and tripled all the time, why not move him around more? That's the part. And again, you can go to the audio vault powered by AA Best Bail Bonds at sasportsner.com and just pick a show from September on and find us talking about why is Micah Parsons not moved around more. That he is the guy. Left side, right side, put him at linebacker. He doesn't always have to line up at edge rusher. And so, or disguise some looks, disguise some blitzes a little bit better, which is what I certainly expect to see from Mike Zimmer. Now, you talk about some of the help that they're going to get. If you go by the Matt Miller 7-round mock draft today on ESPN, last couple of drafts have all been in favor seemingly of Dan Quinn. Like Dan Quinn had a lot of influence in the room, and they were helping out that defense. This year, looks like Mike McCarthy is getting the offensive help. Just going through all 7-round picks as Matt Miller has today in his mock draft. First round pick number 24. He's got the Cowboys taking Amarius Mims, the tackle out of Georgia. All right.
Sounds like a good pick.
I sounds good.
He played at Georgia.
He played at Georgia. He's a tackle. You went there, not Michigan. All right, you're in.
Yes.
Right. And again, Steven said yesterday, this draft aligns with their needs. We know they need a tackle. As long as it's a tackle, center, best fat guy available at number 24 is who they're going to take.
Yeah.
Second round. This is the question that I have. I like it, but Jonathan Brooks, running back, Texas.
That on paper, that would be great. Bing. But it's that injury. What kind of shape is he going to be? Now, we can all sit here and say, hey, the doctors say he's going to be good to go by training camp and everything's going to be fine. But is he?
It's always the $1 million question with any injury.
Well, especially an ACL.
But we also know that the Dallas Cowboys team doctor is the one that did his surgery. And that surgery was in November. And by all accounts, he should be on the field in time for training camp. Cowboys do need to replace the running back. Yeah, I do think they like Jonathan Brooks.
Well, what's not to like? I mean, guys,
but they're not good. But I don't think he's going to be around in the third round, which is why you have to take him in the second. So many other mock drafts have the Cowboys taking another offensive lineman with that second pick. Miller goes with the running back here because you want to get if you're trying to find that franchise running back type, then you've got to get him in the second round. Jonathan Brooks likely to still be there at number 56, probably not going to be there in the third round. So if that's what you want, BPA and all that stuff, be damned. If you're going for needs, you go Jonathan Brooks there. I like that pick. I wish it was third round, but the thinking that he won't be there in the third round, and if that's who you want, go get him in the second round.
No problem there. My only question is he going to be healthy? And he probably will be. If he is, and he's anything like what we saw this past year at Texas, I mean, it's a great pickup for the Dallas Cowboys if they can get that done.
The third round, they've got the Cowboys taking that Jalen Polk, wide receiver, Washington, one of Penix's favorite targets there. Not a tall kid, so like the replacement for Brandon Cooks. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Lucky Whitehead with what he was doing there at UW. Little playmaker opposite of CeeDee Lamb, which the Cowboys haven't really done a lot of. It's funny. Miller writes, the Cowboys seem allergic to adding talent opposite CeeDee Lamb, but I'm forcing them to give Dak Prescott another playmaker with the physical Polk. He can be a mismatch problem on underneath routes at 6'1".
Well, what does that tell you about Jalen Tolbert? I mean, are they admitting now that Tolbert was a mistake, a bust, or whatever it is?
Yeah, swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. I think so. If this is how that plays out, yes.
Now,
I think he is.
Again, if Tolbert has developed, if Fehoko, as Steven said yesterday, has developed, maybe that third round pick isn't a wide receiver, but there is that need there with Gallup gone and likely Cook's gone. You better get somebody in there that can make some plays. Then the Cowboys in the fourth round. Oh, wait, they don't have a fourth round pick. So let's jump to the fifth round.
Trey Lance.
Where they take the center out of Penn State.
Okay.
Big Ten
Hunter
offensive lineman.
Norzad.
Yeah, sure. Sixth round, they've got Justin Rogers, a defensive tackle from Auburn. In the seventh round, Kendall Milton, running back, Georgia, and Kalen DeLoach, linebacker out of Florida State. Two guys, who knows?
We need to keep this list here because I really would like to see how close. And we go through mock drafts all the time, but I couldn't tell you how close they were to get them. I'm keeping this.
Well, I mean, this is.
I'm going to hang it up here.
The first of 1,000 that we're going to read.
I'm just saying from this particular guy. Maybe we'll put a list. We'll get what's his name from ESPN, Kuiper.
Yeah,
and a couple of others, and just
Dane Bugler from the Athletic.
Yeah, put him on the wall.
I think Dane Bugler is probably the best draft guy out there in his mock draft.
I just want to put him on the wall, and we'll see who.
Well,
who gets close.
I mean, that's. I mean, it's like the dude with 25 brackets. He's going to brag about the one that's doing the best.
Well, that's why I'm keeping 24. This one. I'm keeping this one.
Are you
right there?
All
right there on the wall.
We're literally a month out. So this is this is a month out mock draft.
Right.
Going all 7 rounds. For the Houston Texans, Their first round pick, they don't have one. Second round, they're going to take Braden Fisk. Is that how you say his name? Defensive tackle out of Florida State. Tyler Nubin, safety out of Minnesota. Third round, Bo Limmer, center from Arkansas. See, there's the problem. Hang on. That says Arkansas. Jerry might not be able to pass that up. Fourth round, Malik Washington, the receiver out of Virginia. Cade Stover, a tight end out of Ohio State. Sixth round, a Washington State corner named, I don't know the kid's name. Is it
Charles Smith-Wade?
Charles Smith-Wade.
Yeah. Who, look up his number. If it's who I'm thinking and watching Washington State, it can't be, because the kid I'm thinking of, I would think would be much higher than sixth round. Anyway, Brevin Spanford out of Minnesota, and then Anaya Smith out of Texas A&M in the seventh round.
Why are the Texans drafting two tight ends? Don't they have Wonder Boy Dalton Schultz?
Well, they do.
I'm wondering.
You realize teams have more than one.
No, I get that.
It's called two tight end formation.
I
sometimes
get that. I get
three,
that.
Sometimes you play fullback, and
I'm just saying.
And you need.
I'm just curious.
You need one on the practice squad.
Wow.
And the kid's name is Ford, found on Road Dead. So I mean, he's got to be out there somewhere.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Two tight ends in the draft.
I mean, Dalton Schultz with a 3-year deal. It's not who I was thinking of. 6 was good though, but who's their other corner? He's probably a higher draft pick. I don't know.
I'm keeping these.
Good for you.
Yeah, I want to keep them.
You won't remember.
Well, no, that's why I'm keeping them.
You've kept them.
No, I will, because I'm going to hang them on the wall.
Are you really?
Either here or in my office.
Yeah, put them in your office.
I'll do that.
Yeah. Well, you hang them up there, and Rob will doodle on them.
Yeah, he will. He's more of a doodler than Jerry Jones.
That's not true.
No, he is.
That's not true.
Rob's a doodler.
He doodles a lot, but not more than Jerry.
I don't know. It's close.
I mean, they're both close.
Well, and you got to figure Jerry's got about 30 years on Rob. So by the time Rob's that age.
But I can be with Rob, and he won't always doodle.
No?
Jerry always doodles. Jerry probably has a guy on staff that just carries notepads and pens, and the page is filling up. The guy probably comes in and changes the sheet so he gets a clean sheet and a new pen and can continue doodling. I mean, he's probably got a doodle guy. I mean, it probably says on his business card, Jerry Jones doodle guy.
I want to see that when we interview him at Cowboys camp, and we will, if he's doodling.
Well, it depends. If there is a piece of paper nearby,
I'm going to make sure there is in front of him.
Well, we can do that. Honestly, because I've seen it. I mean, we've done it. I'm not intentionally, but a lot of times when we travel, in studio, we got paper and we print out. We kill a lot of trees to do this show. If they would pack us and send us with a portable printer like Greg Simmons used to do at KSAC, we would have that. But one year we were out there and I had a notepad sitting there. And Jerry, literally, we're just talking. All of a sudden, there goes my pen, and he's writing stuff. I thought he was writing me a note. Then I'm looking at it, going, I thought he was going to tell me to, I don't know what.
Shut up.
Then or ask about this, or don't ask. I don't know. What do you want for dinner? How do you like your steak? What are you drinking tonight? I have no idea. But he took the paper and the pen as if he was going to write a quick note, and he just kept. And then and it was just all scribble.
Jerry will have a pen and some paper in front of him in Oxnard when he comes and talks to us.
You guys out there, just remind us of that, because we might forget.
No, we won't forget.
I mean, it is Joe Reinagle.
We won't forget.
We might forget.
No, never.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Wade Phillips will join us at 4:35. Wednesdays with Wade kicks off as the Brahmas get set to open their season this coming Sunday at the Alamo Dome.
Got a message for you, though, right now that's going to change your dental routine in about 60 seconds. Let me ask you a question. Are you fed up with the same old dental routine? You know what I'm talking about, those endless trips to the dentist, dealing with missing teeth, temporary fixes that just never seem to stick. Well, buckle up. I've got the answer. It's Doctor's Implants. You know what Doctor's Implants are? Board-certified oral and facial surgeons. Well, Well, they're ready to transform your smile. You can say goodbye to the frustration of traditional dentistry. In fact, don't let old school dentistry hold you back any longer. Embrace your future with full mouth dental implants at Doctor's Implants. You can check them out online at doctorsimplants.com. But here's the kicker. When you give them a call at 210-640-0000, tell them that I sent you, Joe Reinagle from The Blitz. You're going to get a complimentary consultation and CT scan. Your journey to that perfect smile begins at Doctor's Implants. So don't wait. Give them a call right now, 210-640-0000.
Riding I-35 with The Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50. SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save.
Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with everything I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of dry AMD called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, colors appear dull or washed out. For others, hazy or blurred vision make it hard to see details, like fine print on price tags. Many have trouble seeing in the dark, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to GAWon'tWait.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Nigel, what's up with your hair?
Joel, prices are insane these days. I'm cutting my own hair.
Folks, nobody likes paying high prices. Good news, for a limited time, all Quarter Moon 14-seer AC systems up to 3 tons are installed in your house for only $69.99. Now is the ideal time to take care of your home at the lowest price of the year.
Joel, I like saving money. I'm an influencer. Everywhere I go, people hand me change and say, bless your heart.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. 210-651-5899. License number M16004. DACLA 000743459.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling.
Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson, and this is 94.1, San Antonio's Sports Star.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Interesting story coming out of the NCAA. In fact, the president of the NCAA, Charlie Baker, is calling for a ban on college prop bets in states with legal sports wagering. It'll be interesting to see if we can get that passed. San Antonio Spurs return to action tonight, looking to make it 2 wins in a row. They're taking on Utah in Utah. Victor Wembanyama, Keldon Johnson, both listed as questionable.
Guess what day it is?
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hump day.
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 Everybody, roll your window down and shout it out loud proudly. Hump day.
Hump day.
You roll your window down. Let all of San Antonio hear you. South Texas, wherever you're at, riding around, listen to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. If you're listening on YouTube, watching there, and you're in the office, give them a shout. They won't mind.
Yeah.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Well, I tell you, though, I can tell you, you're running out of breath, and then you pretend like you're a rock star on stage. Everybody, let me hear you.
Exactly.
You know, I'm tired of singing. Let me hear you guys sing.
It's hump day.
Yeah.
Felix. Everybody should get involved.
What was that?
What?
You.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the guy from Disturbed. 10,000 fists in the air. Ah!
That's it. I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody dreams of being a rock star.
Some people are rock stars.
Some are. Yes,
some
that's
are.
true.
It works.
Happy hump day, everybody.
Yeah. Wemby Wednesday.
Show off your hump day pride.
Wembanyama!
How do you show off your hump day pride?
You roll down your window.
Oh.
You're screaming at work. Wherever you're at, if you're at home, doesn't matter. Give them a big old hump day.
Hump day.
They'll appreciate it.
See, Claymore on YouTube
See
says
that?
he's just here for the humps.
Yes. I know Claymore's out there screaming it wherever he is.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to scream, but a good hump day. You know, a good diaphragm.
Hump day.
Hump day.
A good what?
I love that camel. I do. Yeah, you just kind of hold your diaphragm and say, hump day.
You know, day.
What I love is what people ask about when they see us out. I know at the golf tournament, it was white belts and hump days.
Yeah.
J.R. Williams used to own, he retired now, but a local Geico office, the one that was on Pat Booker Road. He brought you a great little camel.
You know what that is? It's a Christmas ornament. It has a little ribbon on it. You hang it on your Christmas tree.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't know that till I got home, and Maggie said, oh, it's a Christmas ornament. I said, oh, really?
Guess what day it is?
I wonder if JR knew it was a Christmas ornament.
I have no idea.
It looked like it's a dusk thing,
Well,
you could hang it on your bulletin boards. Maybe
you
that
could do
little
that.
Ribbon, you put it with a push pin and it will hang there.
Well, you could do that too, I suppose, but you could put it on your Christmas tree.
Yeah.
People come over, hump day.
Yeah. What kind of people are coming over?
Well,
I mean,
it's Christmas.
Yes.
It's a time for miracles.
Or giving.
Exactly.
Or receiving, depending on which end you are.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Do you like to give presents or receive presents?
Hump day.
Both.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, my.
Last night I was embarrassing myself down at Harlandale's athletic complex.
You did, dude. I'm telling you, it was horrible.
It wasn't a total embarrassment.
No, it was.
No, it really wasn't. But I proved why I talk about sports and I don't play them any longer.
Now, was this was a girls' softball game? You threw out the first pitch.
Well, they don't have boys softball, so yes.
Okay.
I threw out first. It was the McCollum softball game. Right? Was it Harlandale? Yeah, and then
Why does Pledge know this?
I don't know. Pledge keeps track of that stuff. And then I think it was McCollum softball and Harlandale against Southside in baseball.
Okay.
But they're Harlandale ISD hosting it at their facilities. And so, you get there and you throw out the first pitch and you do the softball game first, then you walk over and you're at the baseball game, right? And then you throw out that first pitch. Softball wasn't bad.
Now, see, I didn't see the baseball one.
Well, it was in the group chat and I posted them both on social.
I guess when I saw your little underhand toss, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you thought I'm throwing a first pitch at a baseball game.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I literally said that's what you do at a softball game.
Dude, I didn't read that. I just watched the video.
Well, and then so I do that. That pitch actually was pretty good.
That was good.
Right? My softball pitch was not bad. My baseball pitch, I wouldn't even have bruised the guy because as you're walking out there, to go do it. And I go to catcher and I was like, whatever you do, don't let it get past you because I'm going to put this in the dirt. And he said something to the fact like, don't try to throw it too hard like the last guy. So whoever did it last time, I guess, tried to throw it too hard and really messed it up. So I was just going to kind of soft toss it in there. It made it dirt. It landed in the batter's box. I would have hit the batter that was there. Although if it was a lefty batter, he would have swung at that because the curve ball that I was trying to throw just didn't quite make it.
The curve ball that you don't know how to throw.
Well, there's that too. There's that too. But it landed in the batter's box. Like so, it made it.
A lot of chalk came up. Is what I noticed.
Well, yeah. It would have hit the batter standing there.
It would have.
If the catcher would have moved a little bit, he could have blocked it.
I don't know the way that ball was coming in there, as slow as it was. The guy could have sat there and had a sandwich before it got there and hit it.
Well, I idolized Phil Necro growing up. I mean,
it's a knuckleball,
yes. I mean, it was there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But it was, it was fun to do, nice.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Nice that they asked. And you realize, been a while since I've done something like that. Next time I should probably practice a little bit more.
Maybe so, yeah.
It's been a while since I've thrown a baseball, but you know how difficult it is to, you get there, and I get there at 6:40 and you're throwing out the pitch at 6:45 at the softball. And then.
So you get to warm up. Nobody would play catch with you for a little while?
While you're waiting for the warm-up, I did take the softball and then the net, I threw one and then it was time to go. But it's weird to say this, but you hold a softball for a couple minutes, then they give you a baseball and it's
different sizes.
Very, very completely different. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's funny.
Jacob Eric says that ball ran out of gas. It didn't have any gas to begin with.
Yeah.
It was weak. You guys really don't have to show that on the YouTube
I think
channel.
I really do.
You really don't, Ryan, have to show that on YouTube.
I think it's necessary to show this, and we'll sit there. Let's see.
Well, and
these poor guys on third baseline are scared.
Well, I mean, they were fine. Those are the ladies from the softball team.
Oh, okay.
But that's the kind of the cool thing, because I'm so passionate about high school sports to begin with, but. You do that, and the players, they're all kind to you afterwards. Although the ladies were nice, but I threw a good pitch. The dudes were like, "Yeah, dude, you suck."
Yeah, pretty much.
But it was a lot of fun. Lot of fun going out there and doing that. And I'll tell you what, that complex, they've redone the press box there in the stadium, the football stadium. It looks incredible.
Harlandale's always great.
I didn't go up into the press box, but last year we were trying to do a game out there. And they couldn't accommodate us because they didn't have a press box.
Now they have a press box.
Yeah, that press box is nice.
Okay, good.
So
good.
As soon as Rose, you finish that damn football schedule, I can put one together, and we'll definitely do a game in that stadium.
Harlandale and the folks out there are fantastic.
They are fantastic.
They are.
That was a lot of fun. But I don't mind embarrassing myself and posting it. Some guy was like, "Why would you post that? Why not?" I mean, no matter good, bad, or indifferent, I'm going to post it, right?
Well, sure. I mean, you embarrass yourself every day anyway,
well,
so it's fine.
I hang out with you.
Yeah,
but you talk about embarrassing. You know, I'm walking out of there, and some guy hollers from the stands, "Rob Thompson get a haircut yet?"
Has he?
No.
I didn't watch on YouTube today. I listened to a little bit of the show this morning, but I didn't watch. Still doesn't have a haircut.
No. I think he's basking in the glory of the mullet.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
Yeah, never enough time. We're already out of time. Robert Griffin might be out of time at ESPN, or how they'll shuffle him. I'm not sure what RG3's contract status is right now with ESPN, but Jason Kelce is basking in the glow of everybody wants him in retirement.
They do.
And there is a report out from Pro Football Talk that Jason Kelce could replace RG3 on ESPN's pregame show. And I'm assuming that means for Monday Night Football.
For Monday Night Football, but CBS is after him. Apparently NBC's after him, and Amazon are all talking with Jason Kelce about doing something. So he's going to have a job, irregardless at one of those.
At one of those.
Yeah.
I just wonder if Jason Kelce replaces RG3, will he race birds at games like at the Seahawks game? Will Kelce try to do a 40 faster than the bird they have up there in Seattle?
Well, that's RG3 shtick. Kelce's going to have to get his own. Yeah, he could go shirtless and drink beer. I think that'd be a good shtick.
Yeah,
for Kelce.
Yeah, we all work for Disney.
I
don't know that he'll be allowed to do that. That's Amazon. Although I don't know if he can go to Amazon because they've got Fitzpatrick, who might be the hairiest man on planet Earth. I don't know that we can handle the shirtless Kelce and Fitzmagic on the same set. That's way too much body hair.
Yeah, that would be a lot. I've never seen the Confederate general with his shirt off.
Oh, Pledge, you can find video pictures during the.
No, I trust you.
He
That's
did that
fine.
a couple of times this year.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I must have missed that, unfortunately.
You remember when Kirk Cousins was shirtless on the plane?
Oh,
all the people that started doing
Uh-huh.
that, including Shefty. Fitzmagic did that, and all his chains got stuck in the
In the
chest
hair?
hair. It took him like 8 days to get it out.
Dude,
It was-
I don't need to see it play. Just fine. I'll take Jason's word for it.
I think you should find it.
No, I really don't.
I think you should find it. Caitlin Clark getting NBA level money to play 10 games in a men's pro league.
It's that three.
Yeah, the big three league or whatever.
Big three league, yeah, which would be great for her because there's nothing physical about it. Not saying she can't handle physicality. I'm just saying it's a shooters league. So yeah, I think she'd be great in that.
NCAA President Charlie Baker is calling for a ban on college sports bets. Let's talk about that coming up here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. But first, if you're dealing with any kind of injuries, I forgot what time it was. You're dealing with any kind of injuries, you need to skip the ER and get straight to an Ortho Now injury clinic. You need to go to TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Now, they have their Ortho Now clinic, which provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, strains. We've got a lady that works here. Her daughter is a college softball player dealing with the knee injury. And she's like, hey, who do I call over at TSAOG? And I said, well, you go to the website, TSAOG.com, like everybody else. But if it's really bad, start at the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. That is the best way to go if it's urgent. Otherwise, you can make an appointment. But the Ortho Now Clinic is right there in the Quarry. Extended hours Monday through Saturday. On-site x-ray, casting, and bracing. Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to an Ortho Now injury clinic. Learn more online at TSAOG.com. That's TSAOG.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is your home for college basketball's national championship.
On their way to their 12th national title game.
68 teams, Sweet 16, Elite 8, the Final Four, one winner takes all. Hear it all on your home for March Madness. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, presented by Westwood One.
Are you ready to party with a purpose? Taste of the Northside is Thursday, April 18th at the beautiful Security Service Event Center. This elevated fiesta event for foodies includes on-site covered parking, entertainment, unlimited tastings from over 30 premier restaurants, countless curated wines and craft beers, hosted by Brighton Center, presented by HEB. Purchase tickets at tasteofthenorthside.org. Proceeds benefit Brighton Center, the largest nonprofit in San Antonio, serving children with disabilities through pediatric therapy and education initiatives.
World Championship Boxing is coming to San Antonio. Freddie Roach, legendary trainer of rising star Gio Cabrera, will be headlining the boxing event of the year at the Boeing Tech Port Arena. Stars like Justin Figueroa, Shariah Moreau, along with several Texas fighters, are set to light up the ring. Don't miss this epic showdown, Saturday, March 30th. Doors open at 5 p.m. Get your tickets now at dmpboxing.com or call 210-600-3699 for details. Brought to you by Everlast, Quintana Rum, and Desi Martinez Promotions.
It's time, basketball bettors. It's March Mania. I'm Rob Thompson here to tell you about BetUS.com. Over the years, I've endorsed only one sportsbook and casino, and that's been BetUS.com for years. They've been driving to the basket for 30 years, and I've been a part of it. And this year, BetUS has got an epic three-pointer going for you. 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits, plus 10% gambling insurance. It's epic! Get started by visiting BetUS.com or give them a call at 1-800-MY-BET-US. BetUS, it's where the game begins.
And paid for by America First Tax Group. Attention, if you or your business is behind in filing your tax returns, or if you owe over $10,000 in back taxes to the IRS, please listen carefully. The IRS does not joke around and will not stop their collection efforts. If you're tired of the IRS letters, levies, liens, or wage garnishments and would like to get a fresh start, we can help. Due to the financial hardships in the country, the IRS is making it easier than ever to settle tax problems for those who owe more than $10,000. We can help settle your delinquent tax problems, end all collections, and may even reduce your back taxes significantly. Even if you can't afford to pay your back taxes, you can still get the help you need. We've helped thousands of taxpayers just like you. But you must call 800-257-0663 today to stop your tax problem from getting worse. The information is free and the help is real. Call 800-257-0663. That's 800-257-0663. Again, 800-257-0663.
If you've been thinking about buying a new car or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, think Ancira.com. Browse through thousands of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and RVs. Shop for your next new Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, Buick, or GMC. Or if you're looking for an import, we have a huge selection of Kias, VWs, and Nissans. Or for your home away from home, a full line of RVs and campers. And you'll always get the lowest Ancira price, in-store or online at Ancira.com.
Hard work and dreams lead to success, but easily filing your taxes with TurboTax and Credit Karma doesn't hurt either. Make filing taxes a walk in the park, because we'll pre-fill your info for you so you can file quickly and confidently. Winner! Get the peace of mind that comes with expert help. Let's go! Being powered by TurboTax means you're backed by the leading tax preparer, and we'll show you all your filing options up front so there are no surprises. File your taxes on Intuit Credit Karma today. Expert help not available with all products. Guarantee details available at turbotax.com/guarantees.
It's a mystery where Old Spice finds its amazing scents like Himalayan sea salt, but I'm thrilled they have, because no other body wash exfoliates and moisturizes 24/7 like Old Spice Gentleman's Himalayan sea salt body wash. Now, if only there was a mountain range separating the Indian subcontinent from the Tibetan plateau where I could hide my Old Spice and keep my family from stealing it, my impossibly smooth skin will finally be safe.
The good folks at Wendy's have a revolutionary new product for you. Introducing the new Orange Dreamsicle Frosty. It's like a time machine that takes you all the way back to now, the year 2024. It's the classic, creamy, orangey flavor you remember. Dare I say, it's new-timey. It's the flavor you grew up with, just all grown up. Head over to your local Wendy's establishment and get yours while supplies last. The new Orange Dreamsicle Frosty. Here for the now, for now.
Limited time only at participating Wendy's.
This is Jim Rome. Join me weekdays at noon on my new home, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. If you've done some grilling the last couple of days, make sure you upload thosphotos to sasportstar.com, the Grilling with the Blitz page, because every Thursday we judge meat and give away a $50 gift card to at Tri-County Meat Market.
Even in Las
like my meat
Vegas,
big.
we'll judge meat.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we will do that tomorrow. Your chance to win. And look, Easter weekend, $50 extra at Tri-County.
That'd be nice.
It's one of these big weekends where you're going to eat well, for sure.
Sweet. I like it thick.
So we're heading to Vegas tomorrow, opening day of Major League Baseball, Sweet 16 of the tournament. And lots of different things that you can put money on with those things, with things like Underdog Fantasy. Sign up, promo code STAR. NCAA president, though, Charlie Baker, not a fan of that. He wants a ban on college prop bets in states with legal sports wagering. So that doesn't necessarily affect like what you could do at Underdog, but I would imagine Underdog and all the other ones are going to be, lumped in here, whether it's legal sports betting or fantasy games like what we have with Underdog, which is a fantasy game. But the idea in what he said in a statement, sports betting issues are on the rise across the country, with prop bets continuing to threaten the integrity and competition and leading to student athletes and pro athletes getting harassed. The NCAA has been working with states to deal with these threats, and many are responding by banning college prop bets. And you see what's going on with Porter Kid and the NBA.
Yep.
And hard to manipulate an over or higher, but when you go under or lower, you can do that, which is kind of what you wonder with Porter, leaving games with mysterious injuries on days that all the money seems to come in on him. And these college athletes, like a lot of pro athletes, that do get harassed because guys have put money on it and they're not happy when they lose said money, and they blame the player, not their poor decision making.
I don't think this is going to have any legs to it. I think there are other ways to handle this, and it may come down to the the FanDuels and the DraftKings and all the others that how they do it, because I think now it's you've got to play at least 4 minutes. You got to make it longer. You got to play half the game, 2 quarters, something before this can be done. It will force these players to stick around. I understand what Charlie Baker's saying because of what's happening. But look, it's up to the leagues, all of them, and the NCAA. If they have any stones, they need to come up and finally do something, because they don't. The NFL, the NBA, hockey, all of them need to come up with rules along with these legal gambling sites to take care of this stuff.
Well, I mean, the American Gaming Association estimates $2.7 billion will be bet on this year's men's and women's NCAA tournament.
Sure.
Through legal sports books. That doesn't include or count all the, I guess, illegal or under the table, or just like our friends groups where everybody puts in 10, 15, 20, $50, whatever it might be for your own bracket. That money isn't even included in that $2.7 billion.
No.
58% of 18 to 22-year-olds are gambling. And for college basketball players, now, I think when you look at some of the big NIL guys, maybe they're not going to fall into this. But if you take some of the other guys or mid-major types, you kind of go back into the point shaving time. And we've seen guys like Arizona State had that big one a couple of years ago, and people went to jail, because of point shaving. But now that when you look at all the prop bets, if somebody's offering you X because they're going to win more, it's harder for that 18 to 22-year-old to turn that money down. Or at least it opens it up for the idea that it could happen, which threatens the integrity of the game.
No doubt. And that's why I think that the leagues have to get together with these, because there's so much money involved with advertisement, right? Between the legal gambling sites and all the others and all the sports. And so they've got to come together and figure out different rules. Now, 4 minutes is not a lot of time, right? And so this guy might even play 4 minutes. He was on a 10-day contract, if I'm not mistaken. And so, if you've got to play a total of 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something that's significant, then I think that will solve a lot of the problems that we have. But yeah, I think that's up to the leagues and the legal gambling sites to get together and say, look, we've got a great thing here, and let's not kill the golden goose.
Well,
we got to figure this out.
And that's it. And when you look at, if that many college kids, 58% are gambling, and now you're in class with a player.
Yeah.
Because college athletes are so much more accessible than pro athletes.
That is true.
That does kind of lean more towards your chances, your percentages of getting any college basketball player at any program. You look at the high number of programs and their accessibilities with guys they're in class with, their friends that are in class with, for them to get that kind of pressure and that temptation. And, you start talking dollars, and if some guy's cutting you in on it, you go back to like Arizona State and the point shaving, it was just kind of one of those things that just kind of snowballed into what it was, and jail time. So
well, that's the key too. I mean, you've got to have some ironclad rules that if you do this, you're going to jail for 10 years.
Yep.
Or whatever. Something severe and harsh, because if they don't do that, then we're all going to sit here and say, well, that dude's throwing the game. I got screwed out of my money, and nobody's going to want to bet anymore. And they certainly don't want that. So they're going to have to come up with some harsh penalties and some new rules.
That's exactly, and again, I'm glad there's a lot of watchdog groups around there that pay attention to this stuff. I'm glad that there's conversation about it, but you're right. The penalties need to be severe.
Yes.
Which is, kind of circling in, this Ohtani story. The longer Manfred waits to do something or say something,
they didn't even said anything.
The more you're going to go, well, he's getting away with it.
Yeah.
And again, some one-offs here I think we could all live with. It's like HGH or steroids or whatever. If it's seemingly every day somebody else is getting busted, that's when you really start to question the overall integrity and just how deep it goes.
Pete Rose said it great yesterday. If I only had a translator when I was playing. I mean, that's so easy and it's so easy for Ohtani. I just don't believe Ohtani is that stupid. And he's been around the United States a long time. He knows what's going on.
Well, back in the 70s and 80s, I wish I'd have had an interpreter. I'd be scot-free.
Yeah. I mean, it's that simple, right? Blame it on the interpreter. I don't speak English. I don't know what's going on. I'm dumb.
He lied to me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, not that I'm dumb. He lied to me. I didn't know. He told me this, and I said, okay. Turns out, yeah. Crazy stuff. Jerry Jones down at the owners' meetings in between doodles, trying to explain what the Cowboys are doing this offseason. Trying.
Yeah.
We'll dive into it coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. If you're a business owner, a manager, a club leader, and you need your logo on any kind of gear, make sure you get into Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. If you need T-shirts screen printed, go see Sam. If you need caps done, Sam has over 25,000 caps on display right now in his showroom in more than 75 color combinations, just waiting for your logo. Even has the popular Richardson 112 style trucker caps in stock. If you need your company logo, your group logo on any kind of shirt, a dress shirt, a nice golf shirt, a fishing shirt, a half zip, Sam will get you taken care of. He has all the big name brands: North Face, Eddie Bauer, Nike, Travis Matthew, Port Authority, to name a few. Over 700 uniform lines to choose from. Sammy's Embroidery and Printing. Nobody has better prices. No order too big, certainly no order too small. So call 210-824-3900, 824-3900, or better yet, go by that massive showroom on San Pedro, 1 mile inside Loop 410, next to Big Lots across from McDonald's, or check the website, samsembroidery.com, for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
Coming up today at 4:35 on San Antonio Sports Star, it's Wednesdays with Wade. San Antonio Brahmas head coach Wade Phillips joins the Blitz and gets you inside the Brahmas every Wednesday at 4:35.
Puro San Antonio football is back at the Alamo Dome. Join the herd and watch your Brahmas in the best seats at the best prices. Single, season, and group tickets are available now. Don't miss any Brahmas action this season, led by legendary head coach Wade Phillips. The Brahmas kick off the season March 31st against the DC Defenders in the Alamo Dome. Let's pack the dome. Experience the excitement. Head to theufl.com to buy your Brahmas tickets today. That's theufl.com. Vamos Brahmas!
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. We've helped over 30,000 families out of financial hardship by getting them out of bad timeshares. If your timeshare agreement goes on forever, if you were told timeshares are a great investment, or your maintenance fees will never go up, you have questions, we have the answers. At Wesley Financial Group, we're dedicated to helping timeshare owners get out of their financial nightmare. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call now for your free timeshare exit information kit. Call 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000. 800-761-0000.
Don't let pain keep you from doing the things you love. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett from Arasti. At Arasti, we fix pain fast. Whether you've been living with chronic and nagging pain for years, or if you've recently experienced an injury, our goal is to get you out of pain as quickly as possible. Arasti is completely natural and non-invasive. Plus, Arasti accepts most insurance plans. There's a location near you. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
If you're a man and you live in San Antonio or the surrounding areas, you need to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Are you having issues rising to the occasion? Do you constantly worry about whether or not you can perform? Have you completely stopped having adult time? Is it something you just don't talk about? Guys, we have a solution. Mojo, the 100% guaranteed male enhancement pill that's fast, effective, and was designed to reignite passion, performance, and confidence in the bedroom. Yeah. Be ready at a moment's notice with the Mojo Male Enhancement Pill from Pure Line Nutrition. And for those of you who have used Mojo, check out Mojo Enduramax. Touchdown! A new formula that improves the potency and effectiveness of Mojo. Get fast results, last longer, and be the man she'll never forget. Mojo and Mojo Enduramax. 100% natural male enhancement formulas only available at Pure Line Nutrition. Call now, 210-494-2210. That's 210-494-2210. Or visit us online at thepureline.com.
Folks, quality is a huge deal. It's what I look for when I recommend something to my listeners. It means you can depend on it. Quality means it won't let you down. It's something you can be proud of. Well, that's the definition of a Connecticut water softener. With other water softener brands, you just never know. Maybe they work half the time or they're just plain junk. A Connecticut water softener is up to 80% more efficient than competing models and will be the last water softener you'll ever own. That's because you're buying quality, and it's backed up with an outstanding 10-year warranty, too. If you're ready to enjoy all the benefits that come with quality, bring home a Connecticut water softener. Call the team at Connecticut at 656-PURE or online at ConnecticutSA.com. That's 656-PURE or ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Check out the 2024 Basketball Mayhem at sasportstar.com. Enter your best bracket for the chance to win an incredible $1 million prize at sasportstar.com.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. On Twitter at Joe Reinagel 210. You can tweet at me at Jason Minix. You know, yesterday, in a contest that I thought would take about, 10 minutes, took about 3 hours. In giving away tickets, VIP tickets to A Taste of the North Side.
Yes.
Which you can buy tasteofthenorthside.org. Promo code STAR will save you $25 a ticket. In the process of that contest, we learned a lot of you that listen to this show just flat out need to take your wives on a date.
No, I'm telling you.
You know, a lot of cheap bastards just
There really
won't
are.
take them out unless they're doing something for free.
Yeah.
A lot of you guys.
Or unless they're going to have tacos.
Yeah, take your wives out. Take your girlfriends out. Do something.
Yes.
You know the old saying, happy wife, happy life.
That's the truth.
So with that in mind, if you need a good date night, because apparently she doesn't care, she just wants you to take her out of the house. We've got some Fandango codes to give away right now to go see the movie Godzilla.
Perfect couples movie. Romantic. Yes. Romance all over the place.
So what is it? Is the movie called Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire Allied Global Marketing? What the hell is that?
No, I think the LA Global Marketing is the team marketing.
So why is that in the notes? I mean, because I have no idea what we're giving away. I barely know what a Fandango code is, and I'm not sure how to give it away. But we've got a pair of Fandango codes to go see Godzilla versus Kong, the new Empire. It's in theaters this Friday. Although apparently these Fandango codes are fantastic because you could use them anytime this movie is showing at any theater.
Nice.
Right? So your wife needs a date night, and she wants to go to the movies.
She wants to see Godzilla.
Or Kong.
Yeah.
She just wants out of the house. Now, you got to buy the popcorn. But we've got your Fandango codes right now. We'll give them away to caller number 9, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Caller number 9, you're going to get Fandango codes.
Dude, I'm a huge Godzilla fan.
Are you?
I am. Always have been.
You're going to take Maggie to the movies to see this?
If she'll go.
If she'll go.
She'll go. Godzilla is way back. We had a place called the Rialto Theater in Alice, Texas.
Yeah.
It was downtown. Only theater in town.
Well, sure.
Every Saturday at noon, they would have a Godzilla movie.
Really?
Yeah. So my dad would drop me off and I'd go to the movie and Godzilla, big fan of Godzilla.
You know, it's so funny, and I guess that's small town living. Because in Copper's Cove, we used to have the Cove Theater. 2 screens. You know, playing whatever was out there. But on Saturdays in the afternoons, they were always movies. It wasn't ever the same movie like what you had in Alice, right? But they were always older movies that everybody liked. And they all started around 2:00, right? And,
right.
And I think it was just a way to get the movie theater going, sell some popcorn before, you know, whatever the big movies are that were going to play at 7. But same thing. Dad would drop you off and your buddies off, and you'd go to the movie theater in the middle of the afternoon on Saturday.
And your parents were probably happy as hell that you were out of the house.
Well, it gave them a couple hours to do whatever. And then I became a dad, and I realized why 2 hours were important in the middle of the day when your kid wasn't home.
Dude, I'm watching the trailer of this movie. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
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 And the you know, it's back in the day, it's when the voice didn't match up with the mouth. You know what I mean? Because they were talking Japanese. And
the voiceovers weren't very good.
Yeah, and so
like those old Bruce Lee movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was good. And I still watching this trailer, still haven't seen Godzilla, but I've seen a lot of Kong.
Well.
So obviously Godzilla's going to come in and save the day from the evil Kong.
You can't give the movie away, dude.
I'm just saying, that's what happens.
It. I mean,
Godzilla's a good guy.
It can't be that predictable, sir.
He's a good guy.
No, whoever's winning these Fandango codes. I mean, don't spoil it for him.
I'm not. I'm watching the trailer.
Don't spoil it for him.
Dude, I'm telling you, Godzilla will kick Kong's butt.
You think?
Not even close.
All right. Well, you saved me some Fandango codes.
Well, we should just we'll double date.
Sure.
Yeah, you get your wife, I'll get Maggie. We'll go.
As long as we're at one of those theaters that sell beer.
Yeah, don't they all these days?
Probably. And I know that you and I will be sharing popcorn, and our wives will be at the bar chatting.
Exactly, Godzilla. Oh man.
You know how ladies always go to the bathroom together? Yeah, they would leave and not come back.
Exactly right.
And movie would end, we'd find them and then get handed a barbell. It's exactly what would happen.
That's funny.
Now, I do find it funny that you used the term a moment ago and the words didn't quite match up and you were trying to translate what the hell was going on.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like listening to Jerry Jones talk,
Exactly
especially
right.
this off season. Now, Jerry Jones at the owners' meetings, again, valuable franchise, but in a salary cap, they can only spend so much money. If there was no salary cap, Jerry would spend whatever it takes to get a Super Bowl. I think we all know that. And he said at some point, you got to pay the man.
We've had great rosters, really by any measure. But I'm very satisfied that we've had the rosters that we wanted to have over the last 3-4 years. So with that in mind, we've got to pay the fiddler for having those rosters. We very well will have players that didn't play as much in the last year that will step up, that are under contract. They might not have played because of injury, or they might not have played for other reasons or play enough. We've had players that their biggest complaint was they didn't get enough play time. So by virtue of the moves we're making right now, it doesn't create a negative in my mind to be thinking about different players or players that we've got playing more. All of that comes to bear. And so just because you might not have a player doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to win the game.
Wait a minute. What?
Figure that one out, kids.
If you don't have a player, you're still going to win the game.
Yes.
So there you go. See, Jerry's not replacing him. I was right last week when I said, hey, they got no players. Jerry agrees. He's going to play with 8 guys.
That's not what he said.
That's what he said.
Well, no, that's not what he meant.
Even when you don't have a player, you can still win the game.
What he means by that.
Who needs a center and a left tackle?
That can't just, like playing in the street.
Exactly.
Yeah,
sure.
No, they're going to replace him with other guys that are there. That last year they complained they didn't get enough playing time. This year they're going to get plenty of playing time because there's no depth really behind them.
No.
I mean, look, that's his words, not a negative in his mind.
No.
He's confident with what they currently have.
Of course.
Well, there are so many unknowns about how the players are going to perform, even if you know their names. But I know that I feel good about the rosters we've had the last 3 years. Feel good about our record. We all are disappointed that we haven't done better in the playoff last year. Now, I don't look back at the last 15, 20 years. I look at it as though somebody else might have been there. When I first came to the Cowboys, I didn't lose a lot of sleep over the players that had come and gone that Landry had done. Well, I feel the same way here. I'm interested in what's happening this year, and I'm interested in what's happening in years to come. Now, I want to look back because I want to learn lessons. I want to see if I have a chance to do it better. That's really the only impact of the results that you have. Results being you haven't gone where you want to go in the playoffs. But in all of this, the requirement to be all in, the requirement to look at every aspect.
Here we go.
To squeeze and max out our resources, which is our cap. That's here alive and well, and I'm all in.
I'm all in. Here we go again. We're going to carry this for the next 2 weeks. Can I ask you a favor, Pledge? Here we go. Just that first part of that soundbite, because I want to see if I heard that right.
Well, there are so many unknowns about how the players are going to perform, even if you know their name.
Even what? Wait a minute. What? Explain that one to me, Minix.
That one's easy to explain, Joe.
Even if you know their names?
Even if you know their names.
So they're better if you don't know their names.
What he's saying with that, and if you listen to him, you can bring in a high-dollar free agent, and everybody knows their name, and people get excited about it, but there are unknowns on whether or not they are going to perform. You just don't know. Just like these young kids that have been, waiting and developing, we might not know their names as fans, but you don't like Deron Bland. We weren't sure what Deron Bland was going to be, and he turned out to be fantastic this year. I think that's what he means by that. You might not know their names. You hear a guy, you sign him, you sign a big name, you get excited about what he's done somewhere else. There's unknowns whether that guy's going to work for you. I think that's what he is saying there.
Okay, well, so what he's saying is there's unknowns either way.
Yes.
That's what he's saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Known hell versus unknown hell.
Even if a free agent has performed well somewhere else, we don't know if he's going to perform well in Dallas.
Or any team that he goes to. I mean, think about it, at the beginning of free agency, there were some articles written, and we talked about them, about how free agency starts, big money is spent, and players don't live up to the contract. A good majority, I would say majority, there was a percentage on it. It was pretty high of guys that you think are going to be great in your system. You paid them a lot of money, and it doesn't work.
Are we talking about Dak Prescott?
No, he was not ever a free agent.
I'm just saying, we paid him a lot of money and expecting something, and it didn't happen.
I'm talking about
only took free agents.
Can you get past at some point? Not everything is related to Dak Prescott.
That was a perfect example.
It was not, because literally we're talking about free agents.
Here we go.
Free agents that sign somewhere, you expect a lot out of them, and they don't live up to their contract.
Well, we could be talking about Dak Prescott in a year.
Well, I mean, that could happen in a year, but we're talking about right now. For example, Baker Mayfield worked in Tampa Bay this year, and he ended up with the new deal. Von Miller, with the results that they delivered in Buffalo, probably did not work.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
And Von Miller, had he signed that contract in Dallas with the results, we would say, boy, that was a bad deal.
Well, it couldn't have been much worse. I mean, he could have added something.
He could have, or he might not have.
He might not have.
But for a variety of reasons. That is clearly what Jerry is talking about. Nothing to do with this quarterback. One of the things that he did say, because it does make me worry about his memory, because he talks about how great this offseason has been from the time that he can remember.
No surprises here. Knew that it was going to be challenging. It always is. But am buoyed by the team that we've got, buoyed by the fact that we've got young players that either for injury or otherwise, they've got to step up. They will step up. Some won't as much as we wanted. Some will do more. All of that I feel very good about. I feel as good as any time I've gone into an off season that I can remember.
Wow. Yeah, Stephen Jones the same way. This has been the greatest offseason in the history of offseason.
Yeah, it's the best offseason they've had this offseason. I can tell you that.
I tell you, this is, man.
It's there. Now,
Jerry's a hell of a salesman, I'll tell you that.
Sometimes you can't help but laugh. Because they have apparently saved a lot of money by not spending any this year, and they could have spent money. They could have created salary cap space. But he told us why they just didn't do that.
Well, the timing of them, as well as the amount of them, all are a part of a strategy that we were thinking about doing 2 years ago. If in fact it involves a player that was here 2 years ago, we don't make a contract with someone. But what we don't understand, how we may be melling that contract into our overall salaries. So there's no surprises here. Because it's competitive, because it may involve outside, we would call it outside, but possibly snagging a free agent, doing things like that. We don't sit here and put this in on ESPN. But nobody does, and because it's competitive.
It's competitive. So does that give you hope? Maybe he's not putting it out there just yet, but there's a plan. There is a free agent out there that Jerry is eyeing, that Jerry's salivating over, but he's not going to put it out there because it's competitive.
Name the free agent out there that would, I mean, Zeke.
I'm just saying.
OBJ, no, see, an OBJ would have been a great example of a free agent. Everybody knows his name. And in Baltimore, did it work? No. Now, the big thing is Dak Prescott. And the news yesterday about his comment with Dak Prescott, We're locked in.
Yes,
We're locked
yes.
in. We're locked in. Are you gonna get where do we stand in talking about Dak?
From Dak wants to do any and everything he can on and off the field to help us win. And so we are where we are. We have our contract. We're locked and loaded for this year. And we can see as we move along how we are thinking, we inclusive of everybody here, us, Dak, and we'll see what we do. I don't have anything to report today.
Nothing to report today.
Nothing.
We're locked and loaded, though. We're ready to go.
Locked and loaded.
Dak's under contract. Go play.
It's what it is.
That's it. Go play.
That's it. Go play. Go win.
Yes.
That's the bottom line.
There you go, Dak.
Again, while it feels like they have no plan, they clearly have a plan. I mean, for the first time in a long time, you listen to Steven and you listen to Jerry and then you listen to Mike, and it all sounds like they are on the same page, right? There have been times this offseason that you wonder if they've talked, right, with what they think the plan is going to be. It is these young guys that they have, they're counting on them to step up, and they're under contract. Dak, a deal can get done at any point. I still go back to Jane Slater saying August when she heard that, and that makes sense. Jerry likes to do contracts at training camp. Dak's birthday is in August. Circle that date on your calendar. We'll be in Oxnard. That would make all the sense in the world that before the season kicks off, the regular season, he'll have a new deal, or we'll have clarity on there is no deal or there's some sort of trade in the next month before the draft. I just don't see the regular season starting with Dak not having a deal. I really don't. I don't see him playing it out and becoming an unrestricted free agent.
Did you expect Dak not to have a contract now? I mean, because and the reason I say that,
the answer is yes. I mean, we even though it would have made sense, hey, let's get it done.
Of course,
it
makes sense.
When again, deadlines make deals in Dallas. We've all known that. Jerry, and it's not like Dak has put an ultimatum out like, if you don't get one, this is what I'm going to do. There is no rush
that we know of. He hasn't made it public.
True, but if you want it done fast, deadlines make deals, and Jerry has always operated on making deals at deadlines. You go back to Zeke. Zeke forced his hand and forced Jerry into doing a bad deal. Dak Prescott twice played on the tag, forced his hand in making a deal. He will do the same thing here.
Well, that remains to be seen, and we'll see. I mean, again, at some point, even Jerry Jones, as loyal as he is, at some point you got to say, I can get a guy off the street that can lose in the first round of the playoffs. I can do that.
Yeah.
And not pay him $60 million a year.
But that guy off the street might not get you the opportunity to lose in the first round of the playoffs.
He might not. But it's all, it's what's better. You get in the playoffs at home, everything lined up perfectly for you, and you get embarrassed by the Green Bay Packers. It would have been better to not make the playoffs.
I mean, would you rather be the Houston Texans the last 5 years? I mean, there are a lot of teams out there that would love to at least get to the playoffs. I mean, honestly, what's better? Unless you win the Super Bowl, it all sucks. It's all disappointing, is it not?
Well, ultimately it is.
You want to feel,
at least
you still want to feel like you have a chance,
right? At least you have an opportunity to get there. And when everything lines up the way that it did for the Dallas Cowboys, everything lined up perfectly for them. And to go out and just completely lay an egg in the first round in front of your home fans.
Yep.
It's an embarrassment.
It is.
It's total embarrassment.
It is.
I think Jerry's still that way. And I think Jerry's made a decision to either let Dak, not that he's going to sweat because somebody will pay him the money he wants eventually. But I mean, I think Jerry might be a little more serious than you think or give him credit for at this point in time.
Time will tell, but
Yep.
there's lots of time because we're nowhere near any kind of deadline for a deal.
Because they're obviously not going to go out
done.
and get any free agents. So, yeah, you're right. They've got plenty of time.
Not any big name free agents, that's for sure.
That's true. I got a big name free agent I'll give you. It's Parkhurst New Vision. Although they're not a free agent, they're an established veteran that has been Pro Bowl caliber for many, many years, and they will be for many years to come. In fact, I love Parkhurst New Vision. They've done a great thing for me. Had lens replacement surgery about a year ago, and boy, life has just been great. I see better now than I've seen in 30 years. No more readers, no more glasses, none of that kind of stuff. It's all crystal clear, and I owe it all to Parkhurst New Vision. In fact, my vision correction surgery did so well. My wife Maggie had her eyes done, and she is loving life as well. And they can do the same thing for you, but you got to take that first step. You got to give them a call, 210-585-2020. You can also check them out online at sanantoniolasik.com. When you call them at 210-585-2020, you set up a consultation. First thing you do, if you would please, tell them I sent you, Joe Reinagle from the Blitz, and then ask all your questions, anything you have, and they will explain to you what needs to be done and how they're going to do it. And I promise you're going to walk out of there feeling comfortable about the great decision you made. Parkhurst New Vision. There's nobody better to take care of your eyes. Let them do for you what they've done for my family. Give them a call, 210-585-2020.
Taking you home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Nigel, what's up with your hair?
Joel, prices are insane these days. I'm cutting my own hair.
Folks, nobody likes paying high prices. Good news, for a limited time, all quarter moon 14-seer AC systems up to 3 tons are installed in your house for only $69.99. Now is the ideal time to take care of your home at the lowest price of the year.
Joel, I like saving money. I'm an influencer. Everywhere I go, people hand me change and say, bless your heart.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. 210-651-5899. License number M16004. DACLA 000743445.
Hard work and dreams lead to success, but easily filing your taxes with TurboTax and Credit Karma doesn't hurt either. Make filing taxes a walk in the park, because we'll pre-fill your info for you so you can file quickly and confidently. Winner! Get the peace of mind that comes with expert help. Let's go! Being powered by TurboTax means you're backed by the leading tax preparer, and we'll show you all your filing options up front so there are no surprises. File your taxes on Intuit Credit Karma today. Expert help not available with all products. Guarantee details available at turbotax.com/guarantees.
George gets justice. If you've been injured, get George, because George gets justice. With over 100 years of combined experience and a relentless dedication to your case, the attorneys at George Salinas Injury Lawyers will fight for what's right. If you've been injured and it's not your fault, get George and get the compensation you deserve. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers today at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. Getgeorge.com.
Have you gotten your hands on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at HEB yet? Southern Recipe small batch offers big, bold flavors like hot honey, spicy dill, and sea salt and cracked black pepper. Bonus, you're going to love the low-carb, high-protein crunch. Turn snack time from ordinary to extraordinary with flavorful pork rinds. Pick up your favorite flavors of Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at HEB today.
Korn, live in concert in San Antonio. Frost Bank Center, October 21st, with special guests Gojira and Spirit Box. Korn. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. For more, visit kornofficial.com.
At Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, there's something that binds us all, the collective goal to transcend the ordinary. Introducing the all-new Ping G730 and I530 irons. The G730 irons are Ping's longest and most forgiving irons, while the I530s fit golfers who want more distance in a player's design and are engineered for higher launch and more. Visit us in-store at Edwin Watts Golf Shops or online at worldwidegolf.com. Get there.
Heard the catchphrase that's sweeping the nation?
Jackson, Hugh, yeah.
People are saying Jackson Hewitt yeah to Jackson Hewitt because they love saving money on tax prep. Do you love saving money? Then switch to Jackson Hewitt today and pay less than last year. Thousands of people have already made the switch. Why haven't you? Stop waiting and start filing. You won't get a better deal or a better catchphrase. All together now.
Jackson Hewitt yeah!
Proof of prior year payment required when filing. New clients only at participating locations through April 7th. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
Macy's VIP sale is here. Use your coupon or Macy's card and take an extra 30% off the latest spring looks from top designer brands. Plus, get 15% off go-to beauty, skincare, and fragrances. Macy's Star Rewards members earn on every purchase, except gift cards, services, and fees. More at Macys.com/Star Rewards. Savings off regular sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Cowboys play here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Spurs are back out on the road. They'll take on the Jazz in Utah tonight. Victor Wembanyama, Keldon Johnson, both listed as questionable for this ball game. Although both went through shoot-around this morning, tip-off for the Spurs and the Jazz set for 8 o'clock. Free agent wide receiver Josh Reynolds is signing a 2-year deal worth up to $14 million with the Denver Broncos. San Antonio native spent his first 4 NFL seasons with the LA Rams.
Guess what day it is?
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hump day. Hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Everybody, roll your
Guess
windows
what
down.
day it is?
Hump day.
Hump day.
Let them hear you out there. Yeah.
Tony Montana says, "Wake up, humpers! It's hump day."
It's hump day. Let everybody hear you.
Yeah. Somebody
We're
else
taking
made
over the world.
the comment earlier. Is this Humpville?
Oh, it could be Humpville. Yeah. Humpville. I like it.
Rudolph Gonzalez has a sore throat, so
he's got a dry hump, huh?
Hump day.
That sounds like a personal problem to me.
I was gonna let it go.
Woo.
I just say you got a sore throat. I think everybody out there could have said that joke in their head.
Well, yeah,
they
I
had a
was just saying,
chuckle. Of course, you're gonna
help them out a little.
say it out loud like that. My goodness.
Happy hump day, everybody.
Now we're getting song requests on our YouTube channel.
Wow. The Humpty Hump. I haven't heard that song in forever.
It's been a while.
Wow.
It's been a while. Actually, it's been since Saturday. I want to say the DJ in between out at Picks the other night, Passing Strangers was playing. You know, when they take a break and the DJ plays.
Yes.
And you want all the songs that the old ladies will get on the dance floor for. And you know, that's always one that gets them all out there.
The
and
Humpty Hump?
Yeah, and the boots with the fur song, whatever that is.
Now, see, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Now. That's a good one. Always reminds me of Tropic Thunder, though. That movie, Tropic Thunder? Dude, one of the best movies ever made. I'm telling you, it's hilarious.
Okay.
Might be one of Tom Cruise's best performances. I'm telling you. He played the old guy, the bald guy that was the rich dude. No, I'm talking about, Pledge. He's the guy that actually dances.
I completely forgot he was in that.
He actually dances to that song. Apple bottom jeans,
Yeah,
boots with the
That's
fur.
it. The apple bottom jeans song. I always call it the boots with the fur song. But
That's
yeah,
it.
what is it? Flow Rider, right? The Flow Rider.
Flow Rider, low.
Yeah. Who's actually literally been in this studio and
Really?
and did that. Yeah.
Did he sing Apple Bottom Jeans?
Not here on our show, but in the Alamo Lounge when we used to do stuff
Nice.
pre-COVID with that.
Big stars coming in here, huh?
We've had some really big
Wow.
stars in here.
How
Lil
about
Dicky?
that?
Huh?
Lil Dicky?
Yeah, he was here. And if you're watching on YouTube, every photo that he takes there, buddy, he does this. Some people will, put up the peace sign or thumbs up, but little Dicky does this with his index finger and his
Yes, a
thumb.
little Dicky. What is that? I don't.
Well, I mean, that's his.
Is that why? Is that?
I mean, that's his name.
Is he advertising?
I mean,
that's me.
I mean, it gets
It's a fighter.
Why am I drawing a blank on probably the biggest star that's ever been here? And then we all ended up over at the Palace. The hell's his name?
Don't know.
Dude, he Bruno Mars. Why could I not think of that? That was,
Bruno Mars. Isn't he the one now that is owned by MGM? Reportedly because he's got gambling debts out the wazoo.
Those stories
are false.
MGM say that.
They're false.
That's not true.
They're false.
But he and Anderson .Paak were here in the building.
How about that?
They played, and that was a good time. Like a month later, he got busted for coke, and nobody here was surprised.
That happens.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. The one of the old program directors here, when we had the music station that was on this station, used to always want to go do lunch at the Palace because it was research for females 18.
Of course. And
34.
what, $2 steaks?
I think they were 3, but
it's counting.
Yeah, who knows at that point? You just get a total bill and you're not even worried about the steak. But
no
inflation.
Yeah, back then that was somebody else's dime.
Hey,
work.
I know it. I know it's crazy. It's 4:00, man. It's time to roll.
We're flying out in 5 hours.
5 hours.
5 hours.
The plane
Joe's
leaves.
already flown out.
What's that?
The plane
I
leaves.
think Joe's already flown out.
Mentally,
Ryan Eagle is checked out.
I'm seeing a blackjack table in my future.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. That's the beautiful thing. I mean, we leave at 9. We land there at 9:55. Right now, our plane is on time.
Yay.
Which is always my concern with a late flight.
Yeah.
Because somewhere along the day, if there's any kind of delay. Because
especially these days, man, it seems to happen more and more often, regardless of the airline.
Yeah. Although, I mean, I've had lots of really good luck on Southwest recently. All the tires are inflated. All the doors stay on. The beer is always cold. It takes off, and more importantly, it lands.
It lands. That's
right?
That's the thing.
What I worry about. But I know, like I got an email earlier. The limo that's picking us up at the airport's ready to go.
Good.
And, tomorrow, the Blitz live at Circa Las Vegas opening.
It's a rough life.
Yes, opening day of Major League Baseball. Sweet 16 action getting
Greg
underway.
Maddux is going to throw out the first pitch. Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Life is good, brother.
Yep. Life is.
You guys really need to tune in tomorrow for sure, because there's no telling what might happen. It's Las Vegas after all. Surprises around the corner.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right?
Unless you're listening and watching this station.
From noon to 4, I will say this. I would make sure you're following at Joe Reinagel 210.
Yes.
On both Twitter and Instagram. At Jason Minix on both Twitter and Instagram. And at SA Sports Star.
Yes.
Because the stories that, especially on Instagram, we'll document a lot of stuff, more so than I normally probably would in Vegas, since this is work.
Well, of course, yes, it's work.
Wow, Pledge wants to know higher or lower in bed by 3 a.m. tonight, Vegas time. I'd go higher.
Maybe.
I'd go higher, because we land at 10.
Yeah.
Figure by the time we get our bags,
it's 11.
Hopefully the limo driver takes a long way around. Hopefully, it's something to drink in said limo. Say we get checked in by 11ish.
I would say 11.
I don't know about you. Drop bags in the room and
that's it.
Then you're downstairs just like any other time you'd be going to Vegas.
Exactly right.
Right.
So hitting the tables about 11:30, maybe 11:15.
Well, I mean, we'll probably be hungry.
No, I'll be fine.
You'll be fine?
Yeah.
You're going to eat dinner before you leave?
Probably.
Yeah.
And we'll get that meal about 3 a.m.
That deli upstairs on the
Exactly
second
right.
floor there at Circa.
Uh,
All right. So apparently not all of you are smart. Rudolph Gonzalez is one of those that would fall into that category. Because this comment right now, I just tuned in. So you're saying you guys are going to start at noon our time. So you got to understand how clocks and time zones work, Rudolph. You know, we will still be on 2 to 6 here in San Antonio.
Yes.
But because Las Vegas is 2 hours behind in the time zone in which Las Vegas is, our show there, we're on noon to 4. So that's what we mean when we say we're on noon to 4 out there. That's their time. It's still 2 to 6 here. I think most people understand how time zones work, but I know some people might need to get that refresher. You tune in at noon tomorrow to San Antonio Sports Star on 94.1. You're going to hear Jim Rome.
You will.
You will hear Jim Rome.
2 o'clock.
And that probably will be about the time that we roll out of bed tomorrow, because, you know, that's 10, right? And then we'll get ready for the show. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Eloy. Yeah, put $50. Yeah, I will. You send it to me, and then I'll put it on there for you. I used to get that all the time. TV station. Hey, I'm going to Vegas, taking a few days off, and people come over with $20 bills. Hey, can you put that on red for me?
Sure, did. Thanks.
Sure, yeah. You lost.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Are you kidding me?
Wade Phillips, head coach of the San Antonio Brahmas, will join us at 4:35 as we kick off Wednesdays with Wade as the Brahmas kick off their season this Sunday in the Alamo Dome. And one of the things with spring leagues, from my experiences in with the Commanders and watching last year, talking with Daryl Johnston, one of the big things is about making sure you've got enough quality offensive linemen. Thought it was interesting that it was talked about this week by the head coach of the San Diego Chargers at the owners' meetings.
The LA Chargers.
Or what I say, San Diego? Yeah, my mind's
Just saying.
Yeah, it's there. The one time you get to correct me,
I
man. You
know.
were quick.
Damn right I was.
Exactly. Minix pulled a Rob Thompson. Look at that. Yes.
Dude,
It's
I
there.
still call him San Diego. The hell with him.
Yeah, exactly. The head coach of the Chargers, who was with the Wolverines last year. We'll dive into that coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. The tournament does continue tomorrow. You want in on some of the fun, some of the action. College basketball pick'em is the easiest way to do that at Underdog Fantasy. And I love playing the pick'em game there. So you've made your bracket. It's already ugly. Your second chance bracket will soon be ugly. But go play the pick'em game. Pick between 2 and 5 players to build your pick'em entry and select higher or lower on all different kinds of stats in this week's tournament games for a chance to win big. Up to 100 times your money in a single night. Endless projections to choose from. Create your own experience. It's fantasy, but legal in Texas and a ton of fun to play. So download the Underdog Fantasy app or go to UnderdogFantasy.com. Use my promo code STAR when you sign up, and Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. So if you deposit $100, you're playing with $200. Plus, they will give you a mystery special pick to use in your first pick'em entry. Must be over 18 and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. Again, sign up using my promo code STAR at UnderdogFantasy.com.
Nothing beats March Madness. The pure sound of a swish, the rattle of a slam dunk, the fans on their feet for the big moments. And the action just keeps getting better until a national champion is crowned. Hear all the action with Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NCAA men's and women's tournaments right here
on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and San Antonio's ESPN 1250.
Public health is more than just healthcare. While a doctor treats individuals, public health looks at the health of a community. At Metro Health, we research the risk of illness and take action to stop the spread of infectious diseases. We introduce prevention and early detection activities that help individuals enjoy healthier lives. We protect against environmental health hazards. Metro Health collaborates with community partners to improve health outcomes because we are all public health. Celebrate National Public Health Week with us. Learn more at sa.gov/health.
When was the last time you went to the dentist? Need a new dentist? Hi, Jason Minix here. Go see my dentist at Smile Structure Dentistry and Braces. Smile Structure can handle all your dentistry needs, from general dentistry to oral surgery, orthodontics for the kids, or Invisalign for adults. Mention this ad, get a free exam and x-rays. Veteran owned with 5 San Antonio area locations. Learn more and book an appointment online at smilestructure.com. That's smilestructure.com.
At LL Flooring, we've been a trusted partner to pros for over 30 years. With over 400 nationwide warehouses full of in-stock, job-ready inventory, you'll get what you need. And our exclusive pro pricing means that pros never pay retail. Because at LL Flooring, all we do is floors. So we're going to do it right. Sign up for a free pro account today to start getting pro benefits. LL Flooring, every step covered.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
At BetUS.com, why do we care about a college basketball tournament every March, where bets mean everything? Because it's March Mania, where glory triumphs and anything can happen, where underdogs can make or break our hearts. Because it's March Mania, where brackets are broken and buzzers are beaten. And there's always been a sportsbook there for you and your best buds. Because it's March Mania. BetUS has been with you through 30 Marches together. And like any good six-man, we've always had your back. And because it's March, BetUS.com is matching the Mania with a mad offer. Back to back 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. And the extra confidence that comes from a 10% gambler's insurance. Because anything can happen during March Mania. BetUS Sportsbook and Casino, where the game begins. Get started today.
What's wrong with Rick? He's kind of spacey today. That's Rick's identical twin, Scott. He's not used to answering to Rick. What's going on? Rick asked me to keep it secret, but he asked his twin to cover his shift so he could go to Diamonds Direct to shop. But this is a jewelry store. Yeah, I know, but the prices and selection are so much better at Diamonds Direct. Rick doesn't want the boss to get suspicious, so Scott's here in case the boss sees Rick at Diamonds Direct. But that would mean that the boss is at Diamonds Direct too? Yeah, we have a lot of secrets.
You never know who you'll run into at Diamonds Direct. With unbeatable direct importer prices, the highest quality diamonds, the most sought-after designer rings, the best customer service, the strongest guarantees in the industry. It's just a no-brainer.
You think if Scott had a mustache, would he look like me? No.
Go where everyone else goes. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
Well, what if I shaved?
Still no. For store hours, directions, and more, go to diamondsdirect.com.
The Jim Rome Show, weekdays at noon.
I love San Antonio, man. I love it.
On 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Glad to have you along on this Wednesday afternoon, a Wemby Wednesday.
It's a hump day.
Play tonight. Wemby may play
Questionable,
tonight.
yeah. Keldon Johnson questionable too. So
we'll see.
Yeah,
Wade
Wemby needs 2 more games.
2 more?
2 more to get to be eligible for Rookie of the Year.
He'll get there.
Think so?
Well, not only he's got to play 2 more games, but 20 minutes in those 2 games.
It's only 10 games left, counting tonight.
He'll get there. He'll get those 2.
I'm sure he will, but I'm just saying.
Now, after he gets to 65, we might not see him again until next October, outside of the Olympics.
Exactly.
But who knows? Wade Phillips coming up in about 15 minutes from right now as the Brahmas get ready to kick off their season Sunday in the Alamo Dome. And, we'll talk about who a starting quarterback is going to be and some other football stuff. But we've talked about this with Moose Johnston. I remember Mike Riley as head coach of the San Antonio Commanders. we had a long conversation one time when he heard me complaining about the quarterback play on the air. Logan Woodside, he's still in the NFL, right?
Yeah, he is.
And he said, here's the thing. All you people are so critical of the quarterback. And we would go watch film. It's the offensive line. Our quarterback is fine. But finding, especially in the spring leagues, enough offensive linemen. Hell, you see it at the NFL level, certain college levels, certainly in the high school level, and in the spring leagues, finding enough quality offensive linemen. Talking about this a little bit with Daryl Johnston, taking the USFL and the XFL and merging together to create what is now the UFL, having enough players. And again, you can find enough receivers and defensive backs, but do you have enough offensive linemen and then defensive linemen? And I thought it was interesting kind of having those background conversations at the spring league level with some of those guys to hear Los Angeles Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh talking at the owners' meetings this week about the importance of the offensive line.
The offensive line to me is important. And if I ask you the question of what position group depends on no other position group to be good, but every other position group depends on them to be good, what position group is that? Offensive line. They're not relying on any other position group to be good. They go out and they're good. But yet every other position group relies on the offensive line to be good. And then the D-line, they'll be the ones that argue back, we don't need the offensive line to be good. Do you? Do you like when the offense has a 12-play drive and the field position? Okay. You're right. It's like building that kind of offensive line. That's exciting. Can't wait to do that.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. I mean, that offensive line. Look at the New York Jets. Horrible offensive line. They get Aaron Rodgers killed 4 plays, right? And then they can do nothing after that. Now, all these teams with horrible offensive lines. That's why we harp on the Cowboys have 2 holes right there to fill. That's why that is so important. And as much as everybody would like to see Jonathan Brooks drafted number 2, maybe you ought to fix that offensive line first.
Well, and again, you think about Harbaugh saying that. He's coming off a national championship at Michigan.
Yeah.
His team has won in back-to-back years the Joe Moore Award, which recognizes the best offensive line in football. The unit that displays toughness, effort, teamwork, consistency, technique, and finishing, right? Jerry always goes after these shiny objects.
He does.
And again, you got to get a running back. But think about when the Cowboys, although it didn't do them any good in winning a Super Bowl or getting to an NFC championship game, but all those years they had the best offensive line. This Dallas Cowboys team, now it'd be interesting to see how it's different with Mike Zimmer as the defensive coordinator, but built to play with a lead. Defense got stops, offense able to go get enough points. But you do that with long drives, which is where, even though Mike McCarthy never really did, and was it because the offensive line wasn't good enough, we're going to run the ball more. But Mike McCarthy saying it's not necessarily the number of carries, but it's when you choose to run. Maybe your defense needs a little bit of a break. So don't go run 3 passes. Don't take time off the clock. And then the defense is back out there. But you can't do that without a quality offensive line.
Yeah, it's so important. And again, it's boring. If the Cowboys come out and draft 2 offensive linemen, 1-2, everybody's going to go, gee, okay. Well,
but it's what they need.
I guess it was necessary. But yes, it's exactly what they need. And I love Jim Harbaugh for that. Look, Jim Harbaugh, everywhere he's gone, has been a winner. Guy's been a winner. He knows what he's doing. And I have a feeling that Chargers offensive line is going to be pretty good. Justin Herbert's going to be the beneficiary of that. And I don't think it's going to take long for him to turn that program around.
And again, I mean, you look at most games, and I don't care if I'm talking to a high school coach on a Friday, getting ready for that game. You listen to Saturday college coaches, as simple as it sounds, you win the turnover battle and you win time of possession.
Yeah.
Chances are you're going to win the football game. Why does time of possession matter? Because your defense isn't on the field. So if you've got the ball a lot, chances are Jason Garrett, all 3 drives end in a kick. That's a successful drive. You don't turn the ball over.
look at the running game that Michigan had and how they were able to just roll over people and keep the ball, time of possession, all of that stuff. And that's why, because of that offensive line, they just push everybody around. It's so important. And I don't think, again, I know fans hate it. You're building the offensive line, but man, it's important because those other studs that you have can't do anything unless that quarterback gets time to get them the football or is opening up holes for that stud running back that you have.
Yeah, it is pretty fascinating, though, to hear a coach like Harbaugh, just the way he says it. I mean, I think we all know, you need a good offensive lineman. But do you look at the offensive line room as the most important room on a football team? No.
Most fans don't. No.
Typically considered the most unathletic. Mark Schlereth talks about that a lot. Of course, he was a long-time Super Bowl winning offensive lineman. But, we're the most unathletic group. And you want to say how much we suck, 70 plays, I give up 1 sack.
Yeah.
I suck, right? He's got a good point.
He does.
He's got a great point.
He does. And it's just so important. So when the Cowboys draft a couple of offensive linemen, 1, 2, it's necessary.
It is necessary. We'll talk offensive line, quarterbacks, and just how things are going as the Brahmas get set to kick off their season this Sunday in the Alamo Dome, an 11 o'clock kickoff, 11 a.m. kickoff against the D.C. Defenders in the Alamo Dome. Wade Phillips, Wednesday with Wade, kicks off next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, because of course you do. The best way to do that is to call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds, because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with Rob and RJ.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, the 16 is sweet and 4 contenders are at it. UConn, North Carolina, Arizona. Can they make it? We'll undress all of them and see who looks good in the showers.
Plus, find me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. It is opening day. Who's going to win the World Series? We are definitely going to tell you. Oh, and the Spurs played last night. Did they get win number 17? We'll tell you at 6 a.m.
Folks, quality is a huge deal. It's what I look for when I recommend something to my listeners. It means you can depend on it. Quality means it won't let you down. It's something you can be proud of. Well, that's the definition of a Connecticut water softener. With other water softener brands, you just never know. Maybe they work at the time or they're just plain junk. A Connecticut water softener is up to 80% more efficient than competing models and will be the last water softener you'll ever own. That's because you're buying quality, and it's backed up with an outstanding 10-year warranty, too. If you're ready to enjoy all the benefits that come with quality, bring home a Connecticut water softener. Call the team at Connecticut at 656-PURE or online at ConnecticutSA.com. That's 656-PURE or ConnecticutSA.com, and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
If you can't sleep because of annoying knee pain, that's a problem. If you stop running because your feet always hurt, that's a problem. If your elbow, shoulder, and neck pain make it impossible for you to do your job, that is a problem. And it's time to finally do something about it. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett from Arasti. At Arasti, we fix pain fast. No medications, no injections. Arasti treatment is completely natural and non-invasive. Plus, we accept most insurance plans. There's a location near you. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
Hey, poker players, the Big Blind is open. With a true Vegas feel, the Big Blind is the premier poker room in San Antonio, featuring an upscale environment catering to players from all abilities. Whether you are seeking high-octane tournaments or lively cash games, the Big Blind has a game for everyone. The Big Blind at 281 in Redland Road, just down from the Roo Pub, offers daily cash games to daily, weekly, and monthly tournaments. Learn more online at thebigblindsa.com. The Big Blind at 281 in Redland Road.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. In addition to everything else going on, they have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer skills in these matters, and that's why it's so important to hire someone that has those skills.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's San Antonio area attorneys. Offices in San Antonio, Austin, and St. Louis. CordellCordell.com.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can check if you're paying too much for home insurance, because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh, you mean like when I let someone with less groceries go ahead in line? Sure, there's a part of me that thinks, if you only need 3 things, maybe go to a convenience store next time. And now they're sifting through coupons and my frozen foods are about to be not frozen.
But still, it's the right thing to do. So compare rates with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Mow the Distance is back at your local Gravely dealer. Now through April 8th, you can save up to 25% with special financing available on America's most rugged mowers, including the ZTHD, the residential mower built to commercial standards. Visit your local Gravely dealer today.
It's Wednesdays with Wade. San Antonio Brahmas head coach Wade Phillips joins the Blitz every Wednesday for an inside look at your San Antonio Brahmas. Now, here's the Blitz with Wade Phillips.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. It is the debut of Wednesdays with Wade, something we're going to do every Wednesday during the UFL season with Brahmas head coach Wade Phillips, who's joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Season opener this coming Sunday. You've been in training camp. You look good, Wade. You're dressed ready. I mean, you're ready. Are you guys ready for the opener on Sunday?
We will be. We still got another, a little ways to go till Sunday, but we're excited about it. Our players are excited. I'm trying to keep them down mentally. Emotionally until we get to the ball game, so we don't waste it all on Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, that's got to be the most difficult part, I would think, Wade, is keeping those players, calm and chill until game time, because they've been practicing and now the game is kind of the payoff.
Yeah, that's part of the preparation, though. That's part of the way you get a team ready to play, is to make sure that they build up to it, physically, mentally, and emotionally.
Now, I know it's Wednesday, game is on Sunday. If you had to play tomorrow, would you say you're ready? Or is there really in training camp, as you get ready for the opener, that much work that still needs to get done to put not just final touches on a game plan, but making sure you've got the right players in the right spots on the depth chart?
Well, the game plan isn't finished until Friday. I mean, we have to work tomorrow and Friday to get. We're going over, DC's short yardage, goal line, some of the red zone stuff. We don't work on that until the end of the week. So we haven't finalized everything on our overall game plan and things we're going to do against them and practice those things.
You know, Wade, when you look at a game plan, and obviously you've done this for many years, you obviously know what you're doing, but going into that first game and not having played them, maybe not much film, how difficult is it to game plan for that first game of the season?
It's actually a little easier with them, I think, because they pretty well have the same team they had last year, so, and the same coaches. So, I expect them to do similar things. That we can look at their last year's video and pretty well tell that they're probably going to come back with similar things. Their quarterback is the same quarterback, so we kind of know what he does. He was outstanding last year for them, and they lost their running back, which hurt them, I'm sure. But other than that, they have most of the same players they had offensively and defensively.
Wade Phillips joining us here on the Blitz Wednesdays with Wade as the San Antonio Brahmas get set to kick off their season Sunday, 11 a.m. kickoff in the Alamo Dome against the DC Defenders. Now they've got, basically, as you just said, their whole team back. This Brahmas team looks very different than the Brahmas team from last year, but it's got a hint of what you had in Houston last year. Does that make it harder for them to prepare for you? Do you feel like you have, Coach, that element of surprise that they're going to see on Sunday?
Well, I hope so. Although, we're going to be similar. Certainly offensively, we're going to run the air raid, and defensively, the Phillips, I call it the Phillips defense. So, which we run everywhere we've been. So, they can look at the part of that stuff. But I think, the melding of the players, we not only had some Houston players, we had some San Antonio players from last year that, were outstanding players. So, and then we have a meld of guys from all over the league and some new players. So it's going to be a new team. That's the only thing about it is how we meld together as a team because like I said, they played together as a team, won 10 games and lost the championship game in San Antonio last year.
Yeah, Wade, when you look at your team, and obviously you're looking at them, you see good plays over here and this group coming together. And I've always heard, and you please correct me if I'm wrong, that the defense tends to get out to a faster start than the offense. Is that the expectation going into this game, or do you think both sides of the ball will hit the ground running?
Well, I hope both of them are great, but yeah, the defense is used, and that's in the start of training camp. Normally the defense is ahead. Offense takes a little more execution as far as plays are concerned, and timing. Timing's such a key on offense, especially the passing game. It takes a little while, but I think our offense has caught up really well. We have a good battle in practice every day, ones against ones. We want to have a lot of competition, and we've done that by having our best against the best a lot.
Brahmas head coach Wade Phillips joining us here on the Blitz. Now, everybody wants to ask about the quarterback, and you named a quarterback earlier this week. Talk about the quarterback battle throughout camp and what separated the guy that is going to get the job, and tell us about him.
Yeah, Chase Garber is going to be our starter. He played at Cal. His last year at Cal, he passed for 2,500 yards and rushed for 400 and some yards. So he's a very good athlete. He's had a great training camp. He's fit in the offense well. So although Quentin Dormity's played in the league and it certainly had a good season last year. So it's been real close. I feel confident with either one of them. Chase had a little better completion percentage overall in training camp. That's really the only difference.
Well, Wade, I don't know. I'm kind of old school, and maybe you are a little bit too. Does any of that, when you're looking at these two guys, come down to just your gut feeling? Basically, I think this guy just might be a little bit better, might be able to get the job done a little bit better.
Well, yeah, I'm old school. I went to an old school, that's for sure. But it is old now. But no, I think it's more. We went more on paper, on stats throughout camp. Some feeling, but I think Chase has had a little better camp overall. Pass completions, touchdowns, those kind of things in practice. we keep a record of that every day. And it was a close competition. Like I said, Quentin, we if things aren't going right, we can always put him in the ball game and feel comfortable.
But at the same time, you've made a decision. This isn't we're going to play them both and see who wins. I mean, you're kind of old school. You got a quarterback. You know, the old saying, if you got two, that means you don't have one.
Right. Yeah, I think your team has to know, hey, this is the guy we're going with. But I do, since it's been training camp, I mean, all those players have played with each quarterback, and I think they have confidence like I do in any one of the quarterbacks playing in the ball game.
So, Wade, when folks show up at the Alamo Dome Sunday morning and watch the Brahmas play, what are they going to see? You mentioned kind of the air raid offense and the Phillips defense. Does that mean you guys are going to put a lot of points on the board, or is that the plan? Or what kind of style of football are we going to see?
It's a wide open game offensively, and then defensively they're going to say we're blitzing every down. We're not blitzing every down, but we're putting pressure every down. That's the way we want to play a real aggressive game. Special teams certainly are a big part of that also. So we're going to be an aggressive football team, and I think that it'll be noticed by the football fans that are at the game or watching the game.
Wade, the answer to Joe's question is yes, we're going to score a lot, and it's the Wade Phillips defense. We're not going to give up a lot of points. I mean, that's the way it's drawn up.
Yeah, as long as we score more than we give up, we're in good shape.
There you go, man. This is our first week and our first major coaching cliche answer.
Well,
that's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, it's Wade on Wednesdays, right?
Yes.
Luckily, my name wasn't Tom, or I'd have to go be on Tuesday. But,
well, that's it, or Thursday.
Wednesday, or Thursday, double up.
Exactly. Wednesdays with Wade. Interesting question that I want to get your thoughts on, being the legendary defensive coordinator that you are in the Phillips defense. This week in the NFL, they banned the hip drop tackle. And I'm curious, in the UFL, is there a ban on that? How do you address that in the rule? But as a coach, as a defensive specialist, how do you coach that kind of tackle out of the game when every coach that I've heard says, we don't teach that to begin with?
Nobody teaches that. So it's one of those things that I guess they saw happening. There's no particular reason that coaches would teach that. It's hard to get a player down. You tried to tackle before, which I played linebacker. I mean, you just try to get them down, and I don't know how you get them down without dropping your weight. I mean, to keep a runner from going forward, you have to drop your weight. The only way you can not drop your weight is just knock him to the ground, So I think it's going to be very hard to officiate. It's a strange. It's kind of like the horse collar deal. The horse collar thing came in because Roy Williams of the Cowboys grabbed them from behind and fell on the back of their legs. Well, they made a rule that you couldn't horse grab them from behind anymore. Well, they grab them, and it was for safety. All right, they grab them from behind nowadays, and they don't fall on their legs, and they still call a penalty. And this is kind of what they're doing with this, I think, is you're tackling and you don't fall on their legs. Well, surely they're not going to call a penalty, but they may. So we'll see. But whatever it is, we have to adjust.
Yeah. Wait, are you surprised, though, that the Players Union came out against this ban, but the NFL still did it anyway?
I don't know if I'm surprised, but I agree with the Players Association. I think it's just it's not anything that's taught. Now I will say we did adjust with hitting players head and neck area. I think it's kept the game better that way or safer that way. I just don't think this is much of a factor. And they say it is, but I'd like to see the stats on how many players are hurt from being tackled by somebody falling down on them. I just don't think it's a big factor, and they're in my opinion, they're they're so overzealous on this.
Yeah, making it harder on defenses and easier on offenses, as most of the rules seem to do. As we visit with Wade Phillips here on the Blitz 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Wednesdays with Wade. Another topic, and you and I have talked about this before, Wade. I've talked about it with Daryl Johnston, and back when we had the Commanders. Mike Riley said, it's all about offensive line play. If you've got solid offensive line play, your offenses can work. You've talked a little bit about your quarterback. We know you've got some great receivers and backs. How comfortable are you with your offensive line?
No, I'm real comfortable. I mean, we've got a group, a really large. Last year we weren't undersized, but this year we have a really big offensive line, size wise, athletic wise. I think we're a lot better than we had last year. So I'm looking forward to seeing them playing. We think we can come off the ball and knock people off the ball, and that's a good feeling.
Yeah, I know it's Wednesdays with Wade, Coach, but how are you doing right now? When do you start to get butterflies and get fired up for this game? Does that still happen to you?
Oh yeah, it's just like I tell the players. I mean, you have to get emotionally ready for a game, and so we study all week, coaching wise. We study all week and start gearing up. But for the ball game, you have to be on top of your game, certainly coaching wise too. And so it's an emotional game, but you have to, coaching wise, you really have to stick to your game plan and not get lost in the big plays or the referees calls or all those things. You have to be on top of your game as far as what you're going to do the next play.
Wade, and as you get ready for the opener, you go through training camp, so you're together a lot. You're learning a lot about a lot of new guys, and guys are getting to know each other. Hopefully it's a good group of guys that are all, sort of getting along as teams can do as you get ready for the opener. Now, you guys have been up at training camp, and you're coming to San Antonio, and there's an event on Saturday afternoon from 4 to 6 that the entire team is going to be at. So San Antonio fans will get a chance to meet their team, their Brahmas, for the first time. You have it's not just like you and a couple of players. The whole team is coming out to a club at 1902 down on Commerce Saturday afternoon. What are fans going to learn about your guys? Because you spent a lot of time with them the last several weeks. Personality-wise, you mentioned the big offensive line. Food-wise, eating-wise, habits-wise. Tell us what we can expect from the guys, not necessarily on the field, but off the field.
Well, the fans are going to be able to ask questions, I think, and that's going to be a fun thing to be able to ask questions to the players and coaches and take pictures and so forth. It's a great event for us to, and it's great for us to be able to get into the San Antonio, get into San Antonio City and be a part of that city rather than just being a team name. We want to be part of the city also.
It's going to be
I think it'll be fun on both sides, I think.
And for a lot of those guys, their first trip into town, and then of course, that's 4 to 6. Do they have an early curfew with an 11 a.m. kickoff on Easter Sunday? And obviously, I mean, it's Easter Sunday, so in the San Antonio, so hopefully we get a good crowd out there. People can go find their Easter eggs maybe after the game, but an 11 a.m. kickoff. What's Saturday night like, and then when you get going Sunday morning?
Well, we have the event where the players are there. Then we have our meetings at the hotel at like 7:00. Meet with me overall, give the overall game plan. Then we break up the offense, defense, and then we also do special teams, just rehashing everything, make sure we have everything ready, and then 10:00 curfew because we play early, certainly. So, and they'll want to. Hopefully they'll get some rest, but I know some of them are nervous. But it's going to be a fun event to go to, but it's also more fun to go to the ball game and see what we have and see how we play.
Do you have a big speech ready to go, Coach?
I think I know what I'm going to tell them. Sure, each team's different. You have to have a feel for them, but some of them are more rah-rah than others. Some of them are just want to know facts. Want to, like I say, more fire from you, then this team, I think I have a feel for them, but we'll see. But that's not the big difference. It's how they prepared and have gotten ready and are ready to play when the game starts. It's not really a speech that makes that very much difference.
Is this group more fire, rah-rah, or fact?
I think they're a little bit of both, but I think I'll see more the closer we get to the game, especially that meeting Saturday night. You get a feel for how they are there then. We did have a scrimmage, and they were pretty loud in that one. So,
well, that's good. Well, I mean, Coach, if you think you
they
know
have a
what
lot
you're
of
gonna,
energy.
if you think you know what you're going to tell them on Saturday night, especially if it's fire, and you need to rehearse it right now. Keeping the FCC in mind, we'd love to hear a little taste of what a pregame speech is like from the legendary Wade Phillips.
Yeah, there's a couple of things about the other team that I really don't want to.
I got you.
I'll talk about with my team. So
good deal. Wade Phillips, Wednesdays with Wade. We'll be talking about the 1-0 Brahmas about this time at next Wednesday. Coach, I know you got to get into a team meeting here. Looking forward to doing this with you every week during this UFL season. Good luck on Sunday morning.
I appreciate it. You guys are great. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
The great Wade Phillips here on the Blitz. Again, Wednesdays with Wade, every Wednesday, 4:35 here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. If you want to get tickets to the game, easy to do. Whether it's single game tickets, you want season tickets, theufl.com/tickets. They are offering a 20% discount on tickets this weekend by using code KICK20 when you buy the tickets at theufl.com/tickets. And of course, that event on Saturday afternoon, 4 to 6 at Club 1902 down on Commerce Street. Wade will be there, but the entire team, everybody is going to be there, which should be a very cool event.
Oh, it's going to be great. It gives fans an opportunity to get up close and personal with all the players and coaches and ask your questions and take pictures and all of that kind of stuff. It's going to be good for the fans and get them fired up and ready. Maybe Wade will have his speech ready to go that Saturday night.
I don't think he's going to share it with us.
No, you don't think so?
I mean, I knew I was probably going to get a no.
Yeah. You got to ask, though.
But you got to ask.
Sure.
But it's what he doesn't want to tell us because it's about the other team.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not about firing. It's about those. That's right. Yeah. Because the last time DC played in the building, they left in heartbreak.
Uh-huh.
And they're going to leave in heartbreak on Sunday as well.
Absolutely.
11 a.m. kickoff. Get to the Alamo Dome and watch that on Sunday. I know it's Easter. Lots of things going on. The Brahmas have no control over the league.
That's right.
Scheduling 11 a.m. on Easter. That's okay. You still got to support the San Antonio Brahmas. Get out there. His old boss was talking yesterday at the owners' meetings about the Cowboys offseason. What did Jerry have to say? Well, we'll play you what he said, and then we'll translate what he means. Coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
What a great time we had at our golf tournament at the Golf Club of Texas on Monday. And if you played out there, you know exactly what I've been trying to tell you. Jason's been trying to tell you, everybody here. That place is fantastic. And if you're like me, you went out there and the first thing I saw were the greens. They were in impeccable shape, and you saw the work that they're doing on the cart paths. That place is spectacular, and it's only going to get better. The Golf Club of Texas, not a private club, but it has that country club feel. Open to the public 7 days a week. The Golf Club of Texas offers some of the best course conditions in town with the friendliest staff. If you were out at the golf tournament, you know all of that. Not to mention the fact that they have great food. It's a great family-friendly restaurant called the 10 Cup. So even if you're not a golfer, you can take the family out there, hang out with your friends. It is the best sit-down restaurant in that part of San Antonio, and it's not going to break the bank to take the family out to eat. Heck, you can take the family out to eat and then go hit some range balls. Their range is open till 10 o'clock every night. It's lighted. So you can go out there after work and just kind of relax, chill, have a drink, and practice your game. It is the place to be. The Golf Club of Texas, right there on Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. Dinner at the 10 Cup, round with your buddies, your next tournament, whatever it is. Check them out online. Golf Club. That's golfclubtexas.com. golfclub.com. The Golf Club of Texas, the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Riding 281 with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Did you know one of the best investments you can make? It's in yourself. At My Computer Career, in just a few months, you can start your new career in the high-demand, recession-resistant field of information technology. Isn't it time you invest in you and start a career in networking, cybersecurity, AI, or upskill to boost your current IT career? So get the ROI you deserve at My Computer Career. No experience necessary. Start now at mycomputercareer.edu.
Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
African Americans are the most likely to die from colorectal cancer. The most important thing you can do is get screened starting at age 45. Insurance companies are required to cover not only colonoscopy, but also virtual colonoscopy and other less invasive exams. Talk to your doctor about your options. For more information on virtual colonoscopy, visit radiologyinfo.org/virtualct.
Furnished by the American College of Radiology and the Radiology Health Equity Coalition.
Want to see the dedication and discipline it takes to become a world champion boxer? Witness 21-1 world-ranked Gio Cabrera, trained by the legendary Freddie Roach, who's worked with the likes of champion Manny Pacquiao, Miguel Cotto, and Julio Cesar Chavez. Come to training, exhibition, and fan experience at Smoke, Texas and Sky Bar, located at 501 East Crockett in downtown San Antonio. Free to the public. Thursday, March 28th, starting at 5 p.m. Go to dnpboxing.com. Brought to you by Everlast, Quintana Rum, and Desi Martinez Promotions.
Ulta Beauty's semi-annual beauty event is happening now. Unleash your love for beauty with 50% off daily beauty steals on hair, skin, makeup, and fragrance. Shop your favorite brands like Tarte and Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. Plus, grab perfect hair care pairs from brands like Redken and Olaplex. And check out new arrivals from brands like Charlotte Tilbury and Dyson. Shop the Ulta Beauty semi-annual beauty event online, in-store, or try pickup today. Now through March 28th. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful. Conditions apply.
Progressive presents good news, bad news, dumb news, then great news. Good news. While leaning over the fence, your neighbors said you could save money bundling home and auto insurance with Progressive. Bad news. Your neighbor leaned over a little too much and broke your fence. Dumb news. Somehow fence wood is more expensive than wood. Great news. You decide to see if you could save money bundling at Progressive.com and to plant really tall shrubs. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Over the past decade, the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the UFC fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and certainly the best place to watch a game. The Roo Pub is next to the Angry Elephant and in the same plaza as the Big Blind there at 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
If you're a man and you live in San Antonio or the surrounding areas, you need to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Are you having issues rising to the occasion? Do you constantly worry about whether or not you can perform? Have you completely stopped having adult time? Is it something you just don't talk about? Guys, we have a solution. Mojo, the 100% guaranteed male enhancement pill that's fast, effective, and was designed to reignite passion, performance, and confidence in the bedroom. Yeah. Be ready at a moment's notice with the Mojo Male Enhancement Pill from Pure Line Nutrition. And for those of you who have used Mojo, check out Mojo Enduramax. Touchdown! A new formula that improves the potency and effectiveness of Mojo. Get fast results, last longer, and be the man she'll never forget. Mojo and Mojo Enduramax, 100% natural male enhancement formulas, only available at Pure Line Nutrition. Call now, 210-494-2210. That's 210-494-2210. Or visit us online at thepureline.com.
You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center.
Spurs back at it tonight. They return to action, trying to make it 2 straight wins. They're in Utah to take on the Jazz. Might not have Wemby or Keldon Johnson, both of those guys questionable. Tip-off for the Spurs and Jazz set for 8 o'clock. Free agent wide receiver Josh Reynolds signed a 2-year deal worth up to $14 million with the Denver Broncos. San Antonio native. Well, he spent his first 4 NFL seasons with the LA Rams.
This by Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 100% satisfaction guarantee.
Guess what day it is?
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Everybody, hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Hump
Time
day.
out. You and everybody after one, but it was at a false start. You generally do that when you're running out of breath. You can't do that right out of the gate.
I want everybody to get it start. Let's go. I mean, as soon as we hear this, Mike.
3, 2, 1.
Hump day.
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 I'll go all night if you want. Happy hump day, everybody.
Yeah, you're going to have to go all night tonight because we got an hour left of the Blitz. Go home, pack, airport, 9 o'clock flight to Las Vegas.
Roll that
I'm
window
ready
down
to go.
on the way. The little hump day.
Yep.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day.
I now need a video of him screaming this on the plane.
Yeah.
It depends on how many beers he has before he gets on the plane.
Oh, I'll have a few.
You know, night flights to Vegas tend to be a little bit livelier than.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they do.
No, it should be a lot of fun.
I'll have a little
Locker
something
room,
when I get
had a
home.
few.
Then once we get to the airport, on the plane, perfect.
Drink tickets ready to go.
Well, I guess my credit card's ready to go.
You know, that's the one thing. Like Southwest has changed up the way they've done things.
Yeah.
They used to send you coupons in the mail. Now, every ticket you have, every boarding pass, there are 2 drink tickets on it for me, every boarding pass. But with that, like once it expires, they're gone. So I can't like, hey, here's a couple extra tickets.
I know, and that's probably why they did that. You handing them out to friends.
You think?
Yeah. It's got to be, right? But you know, the last couple of flights I've been on Southwest, they hadn't charged me for the drink.
No, they don't charge. You know, all you got to do is say, you know, yeah, it's on my phone, and you're good.
Yeah.
Except for you're going to get that one guy.
Oh, yeah.
That one guy. But I mean, if I screenshotted mine, are they going to know the difference?
I don't know.
It's not like there's a code on it. It's kind of the honor system.
It doesn't matter.
Can I see your? Yeah, here it is. All right, cool. Here it is. Here.
It doesn't matter. I mean, you know, whether it's a drink ticket or the credit card, doesn't matter.
Well, the drink ticket is free. The credit card costs you money.
It still doesn't matter. You know, when you go when you go to Vegas, nothing matters.
Yeah,
it's coming back.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Although, depending on how your week goes, you might not want to drink on the flight home.
Well, we'll see. Oh, the week's going to go fantastic.
Oh, it is. Well, I mean,
I'm not worried about the week. The week's going to be great. I figure I'm a winner either way because of what we're able to do and because of the nice folks at Circa Las Vegas treating us like royalty.
They are. It is the red carpet treatment that we are getting. I hope it extends to the gambling. Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're giving us a line of credit. It's not like they're, you know, I mean, yeah, they're, you know, everything's taken care of. You know, they're picking us up in a limo tonight and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, and we're doing the show there tomorrow and Friday. But, you know, when you're off of work and you go to the slot machine and you get to the blackjack table, you're on your own.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it would be cool if they'd say, hey, follow these guys around. And if they stop at a slot machine, make sure it wins.
Yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it ain't going to happen.
They're nice folks, but they draw the line there. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic.
No, I can't wait. Can't wait.
I must have said something along the lines that was disrespectful. I'm not sure what it could have been.
Well, you interrupted my hump day.
Oh, that was disrespectful.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
no,
disrespectful.
you interrupted your hump day.
No, you did, because you were with the timeout.
You got off kilter. You literally you did one and then you went sideways.
Well,
we can't have you. I mean, you can't have a false start. You at least got to go 3, and it's the 5 o'clock hour where you're supposed to go 5 in a row.
That was perfectly executed.
It was not,
because if somebody's just tuning in,
it was an illegal formation, sir.
They need to know that they need to shout it out wherever you're at.
Your tackle wasn't covered. I mean, there was a problem there. There was a penalty.
Now, if Dan
Skipper didn't report properly.
You're going to be a member of the Humpers, you got to hump.
Hump day.
And hump loud. So everybody needs to know that. You hump loud on Wednesdays.
Again, this is Humpville.
Just scream it out. Scream it out tonight. Hump day.
It's the last part of that. Hey, let's hear that again. It's just the ending. Yeah.
Sounds like he's mixing a drink in the background, doesn't it?
He's doodling.
Yeah. See, that's ice.
Yeah.
That's ice.
Yeah. JT says hump loud and proud.
Loud and proud, man.
Day.
Never be ashamed to shout it out. Hump day. Yeah. Rudolph Sauce is giving you hell.
Jesus. Tomorrow while we're in Vegas, what's great, another bonus about doing the show at Circle Las Vegas is for us. We work noon to 4.
Not for y'all.
No, it's still 2 to 6 here because most everybody besides Rudolph understands how time works.
They do, yes.
But for us tomorrow, we don't have to wake up early, and we get off work at 4 o'clock, and we're going to be in Las Vegas.
Right. But it will be 6 o'clock in San Antonio.
Yes.
So it's pretty easy to understand.
Yes.
Except Rudolph. We'll explain it to you, Rudolph.
We don't have to.
No.
He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Or he won't.
Maybe.
It's possible.
I don't know. And the dude's a professor, I think. He's teaching our young people.
Professor of what?
I don't know.
Get your doctorate in trolling.
Hang in there, Rudolph.
A lot of people could teach that class.
Hang in there, buddy.
A lot of people could teach that class. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
You think about, hang on, let me check the calendar. As I say this in my head, I think this is accurate, but let me double check. Yep. So this Thursday and Friday, so tomorrow and Friday, the Blitz is going to be live at Circle Las Vegas.
Yes, we are.
Vegas time, we're on noon to 4.
Yes.
But it's still 2 to 6 here
yes.
in San Antonio. Next Thursday and Friday, the Blitz will be live 2 to 6 at Valero Texas Open, live out at TPC San Antonio.
Wow.
It's going to be a fun time out there. The field got even better today with Jordan Spieth committing.
Very happy about that.
Absolutely. This is one of the stronger Valero Texas Open fields that I can remember.
Yeah, it's
there's been some great fields. I mean, even the last time Spieth was here in one. I mean, there's been some really good fields in recent years, but what do we have? 5 green jacket winners that are going to be playing leading up to the Masters?
I tell you what, it's a star-studded field. There's no question about it. And, it's getting to the point now, especially a guy like Jordan Spieth, who hadn't been playing well. He's missed a couple of cuts. He wants to get his game in shape before he heads to Augusta. And so the more he plays, the better. So I was glad to see him get in to the Valero Texas Open field. So, yeah, I can't wait to go out there. I can't wait to be there and watch the golf and the people, the food, the drink, everything. It's an event.
It's a lot of fun. Next Saturday, we've got tickets to give away right now to the Valero Texas Open.
Right now.
210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. You want to go next Saturday tickets to the Valero Texas Open.
Which is a great day to go, by the way.
Yes, because it's a day that ends in Y.
Well, that too, but I mean,
you don't have
probably
to take
a concert afterwards, and all of that stuff.
All kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Moving day.
Moving day. There's that. Good tickets. It's only the best around here.
What do you think? we
Of
do?
course.
Exactly. You want to go to Saturday's round? Everybody's like, I mean, every line is full right now. We haven't even said what number.
Well, and I know Pledge is going to hate this, but there are 18 holes in a golf game. I think with that in mind.
Well, see, there's 18 per day.
Right.
But over the 4 rounds.
So if you're going by that logic, there'd be 30. That'd be 54 on Saturday.
Tickets, yeah.
Yeah, 54 holes.
I wouldn't do that to Pledge. But I always love the 19th hole even better. So caller 19, those tickets are yours. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Caller 19. You're winning Saturday tickets to the Valero Texas Open.
Wow.
We'll hear from Jerry Jones coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, let's talk about life's unexpected curveballs. Can we do that for a minute? You ever been hit with the challenges that leave your smile in the dust? Well, I got something uplifting for you from Doctor's Implants. You know, life can throw some serious hurdles our way, and at Doctor's Implants, well, they meet patients every day facing the fallout of medical conditions causing their teeth to go south. But here's the scoop. At Doctor's Implants, they're on a mission to bring back your smile no matter what life has thrown your way. So if health-related dental problems have been holding you back, don't lose hope. Doctor's Implants is your ticket to a fresh start. You can check them out online at doctorsimplants.com, but here's the kicker. When you call them up at 210-640-0000, mention that I sent you, Joe Reinigle from the Blitz. Well, that's your key to a complimentary consultation and CT scan. Don't let life's challenges steal your smile. Call Doctor's Implants today, 210-640-0000.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is your home for college basketball's national championship.
On their way to their 12th national title game.
68 teams, Sweet 16, Elite 8, the Final Four. One winner takes all. Hear it all on your home for March Madness. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, presented by Westwood One.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can check if you're paying too much for home insurance, because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh, you mean like when I let someone with less groceries go ahead in line? Sure, there's a part of me that thinks, if you only need 3 things, maybe go to a convenience store next time. And now they're sifting through coupons and my frozen foods are about to be not frozen.
But still, it's the right thing to do. So compare rates with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
It's time, basketball bettors. It's March Mania. I'm Rob Thompson here to tell you about BetUS.com. I endorse only one sportsbook and casino, and it's BetUS.com. They've been driving to the hoop for over 30 years, and this year, BetUS has an epic three-pointer. 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. That's right. I said it. It's the industry's craziest. 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits, plus 10% gambler's insurance, and there's even more. BetUS accepts crypto and is offering a massive 200% crypto sign-up bonus. Gamblers insurance and crypto? You don't see that everywhere. You don't see it anywhere but BetUS. March Mania basketball can get even more exciting with their live in-game betting. It's also a blast to check out their casino game before and after. And where could you get a 250% casino bonus? It's BetUS. Get started by visiting BetUS.com or give them a call at 1-800-MY-BET-US to learn more about their bonuses and special offers. BetUS. It's where the game begins.
Find what you love, love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Walk right through the door. It's all here to explore. With guides in the know and prices so low, it just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Hi, I'm Kamiko, the founder of Miko's Hot Chicken. When we started our family restaurant, we were also raising a family. But let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Our Chase Ink card was there to reward us on all of our business needs. Now we have a thriving location, and we're hungry for more.
With the Chase Ink Business Unlimited card, you can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for Business. Make more with yours. Real business owners compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Listen to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on your Amazon or Google smart speaker and just say, Alexa, play 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Yeah, Alexa.
Alexa,
do that. He's Joe. I'm Jason. The Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
What if Alexa can say, "Home day"? I'm going to try that when I get home.
Go home.
Hey, Alexa,
with the video.
What day is it?
Well, Alexa might actually tell you.
Hump day.
Today is Wednesday, March 27th,
She might.
2024.
I'll say, Alexa, what does that Geico Camel say when it's Wednesday?
Hump day.
It's a good experiment.
It is.
I'm going to try it. I'm
going
going to do it. Yeah. Anybody's at home right now and has an Alexa, try that, will you?
Yeah, try that. And if it actually works, then call in and do it live on the air.
I want to hear it.
We'll do that. Because I'm afraid to ask Alexa, hey, Alexa, you know it's hump day. Because you don't know what kind of answer you're going to get from Alexa.
Jason, I'm not that kind of girl.
I doubt you should, You better check with your wife if it's that. Is it on the schedule?
Woo! On the schedule. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, good Lord. That's not.
No. Yeah, no. Well, speaking of
as we get set for Road Win Weekend, we are going to Vegas this weekend.
Yes.
Tomorrow, Friday, live at Circa Las Vegas. I highly encourage you. Make sure you're following at Joe Reinagle 210 on both Twitter and Instagram. At Jason Minix on both Twitter and Instagram. At SA Sports Star on Twitter and Instagram. Instagram especially for the stories as they happen. Phones out. We've got the third wheel will be doing a lot of that. And posting. So there will be a lot of things that will end up on that story tonight. And then all day tomorrow, when we're live at Circa Las Vegas. I still don't know if tomorrow we're at the pool, which I think we will be, or in the casino. I think Thursday is one day and then, whatever. But at Jason Minix, at Joe Reinagle 210, We've simplified it. It's easy. Our handles are the same no matter where you go.
The whole thing. Yes. So yeah, do that. I mean, and look, there's no telling what is going to happen or what surprises are going to be or what crazy things. So make sure you're tuned in because we'd like to share it all with y'all.
That's the whole point.
Yes.
That is the whole point. And it never fails. No matter where we go, whatever we plan on doing, the conversation does come back to the Dallas Cowboys.
Always.
Not just here in San Antonio on 94.1. You travel anywhere, you put on any national show, and the Dallas. And it's interesting this offseason because it feels like the Cowboys, the most valuable franchise in the world.
Yes.
I'm broke. I can't pay anybody. Jerry talking at the owners' meetings. I put together all these rosters the last couple of times. Those bills come due. You know how that works.
We've had great rosters, really by any measure. But I'm very satisfied that we've had the rosters that we wanted to have over the last 3-4 years. And so with that in mind, we've got to pay the fiddler for having those rosters.
The fiddler?
We very well
not the piper.
Will have players that didn't play as much in the last year that will step up, that are under contract. They might not have played because of injury, or they might not have played for other reasons or play enough. We've had players that their biggest complaint was they didn't get enough play time. So by virtue of the moves we're making right now, it doesn't create a negative in my mind to be thinking about different players or players that we've got playing more. All of that comes to bear. And so just because you might not have a player doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to win the game.
If you don't have a player, you might not win the game. Translate that, Minix, will you? So if you don't have a player, you might not win the game. I'm not.
Well, again,
translate. I don't know.
Pledge, is it possible just to play that last part today?
Maybe.
I don't want to hear the whole thing.
He's working on it. See, there's a way to do it. It just takes a little bit of time.
Well, it's a curveball.
What is?
All right, never mind. We don't need to hear the whole thing. What are you saying there is he has spent money, had big name guys.
Right.
And it hasn't worked out. It's time for these young guys that have complained about their lack of playing time. They've got to step up. You've invested in them. It's time for them to get out a return on that investment.
Okay.
And if you're the Cowboys, you are hoping that works. And at least if you listen to Jerry for what he is saying, if these young guys step up, is the reason he's got to have the confidence he does in the roster as it sits today.
Well, there are so many unknowns about how the players are going to perform, even if you know their names. But I know that I feel good about the rosters we've had the last 3 years. Feel good about our record. We all are disappointed that we haven't done better in the playoff last year. Now, I don't look back at the last 15, 20 years. I look at it as though somebody else might have been there. When I first came to the Cowboys, I didn't lose a lot of sleep over the players that had come and gone that Landry had done. Well, I feel the same way here. I'm interested in what's happening this year, and I'm interested in what's happening in years to come. Now, I want to look back because I want to learn lessons. I want to see if I have a chance to do it better. That's really the only impact of the results that you have. Results being you haven't gone where you want to go in the playoffs. But in all of this, the requirement to be all in, the requirement to look at every aspect of how to squeeze and max out our resources, which is our cap, that's here alive and well, and I'm all in.
Jerry said he's all in. He's all in.
He's all in. Do you feel like the way he worked it in and kind of like it's a drinking game, a bet, like, hey, Dad, how many times can you work in all in today? Want to bet?
Jerry's all in.
Yeah, can we make all in a drinking game for Jerry here? It's so interesting.
Yes.
And I do think Jerry is all in. His definition is different than ours, obviously. But I think he was just so angry at the way the Green Bay game ended. Why go spend all this money? With these guys, if the coaches and the trainers, everybody's telling me they're ready. They're ready. Do you really think, Jerry, that all these guys that you're expecting to step up are all going to step up to the level that you need them to get to the promised land at the same time? Now, what he is saying is, I've brought in guys before.
Yeah.
I've paid guys before. And the end result, it's still an unknown whether or not they're going to get it done this year. You know, a free agent gets paid on what they've done and what they're expected to do. Most guys don't live up to that contract when they get it with what they're expected to do. It's a different philosophy, but we've also been saying you got to do something different, Jerry, because the last 30 years hasn't worked.
You know, I can kind of see where Jerry's thinking now. I got these guys, young guys complaining about not playing. We'll let them play. Let's see if that does it. He's trying something different. And for me, I give him all the respect in the world for that because they need to try something different. It hasn't been working, although they have been big free agent players anyway over the years. But you got some young guys, and you want to see how they're doing.
But also, though, for guys that, like I've said many times, I truly believe with all the departures that they have had this offseason,
and it's been a lot.
If there were guys that they truly wanted to keep, they would have kept them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the biggest difference this year with Jerry. He's not paying okay players to stick around, especially higher than what he sees their value, like Tyler Biadasz. There's been questions about Tyler since he's been a starter. And you look at that contract that he signed with Washington and you go, yeah, you can draft that. You might already have that. When Tyler was hurt last year, we didn't notice his absence. So if you're Jerry, who has been guilty of being too loyal to players and signing guys and keeping guys that probably didn't deserve it. Run defense sucked last year. With the new defensive coordinator, we all expected as soon as Zim was gone, how many were going to leave this defense? Zim will bring in his own guys, all that kind of stuff. If there were some of those defensive guys that Zimmer wanted or that Jerry wanted to keep, I think they would be there. And I think that's one of the bigger differences this year, not necessarily in bringing in external free agents, but keeping guys because Jerry is loyal to a fault. And this year, he hasn't done that.
I think Jerry, and you nailed it, and John Machota told us this last Friday when he was on the Blitz with us from The Athletic. Jerry was pissed off. And I think it makes sense now as to what he is doing and why they're doing what they're doing. And I get it. I get it. And that's why he's even playing, I don't know if say hardball's the right word, but I mean, suggesting, at least at this point in time, that Dak's going to play his contract out. And I'm not in any hurry to sign CD Lamb and Micah Parsons. I'm not in any hurry to do that either. And, you know, we'll take it as it comes because he was pissed off. Mm-hmm. Cowboys had the perfect opportunity to do something in the playoffs this year. And again, they fell flat on their face when the path was wide open for them. And I think it really pissed Jerry off. And I think he just said, the hell with it. Why am I going to be in any hurry to write any checks for anybody after that performance?
Now, I will also say deadlines make deals in Dallas, and Jerry has always kind of been that kind of guy. And we're not anywhere near a deadline with any of those guys, unless you wanted to restructure Dak in a hurry to go sign somebody big. And clearly that didn't happen. Jerry, at 80 whatever, feels young. For 80 whatever is in great health and probably feels like he's got many years left on this planet.
Okay, sure.
That said, I know that Jerry Jones wants to win another Super Bowl. And if you're Jerry Jones, even if you think you might have another 5 years, 10 years, 4 years, 6 months, whatever it might be, Jerry thinks he's got years left. But
we all do.
At his but at his age, I mean, you can obviously tell when you're late in the fourth quarter, right?
Yeah.
And time is running out.
Right.
That's the one thing that is baffling with this offseason, that Dak Prescott still gives you the best chance to win a Super Bowl. I can't see Jerry at 80 whatever letting Dak walk without a replacement in mind. Now, if they are behind the scenes working on a Jared Goff, Matt Stafford kind of trade with somebody, then all right, I could see you not wanting to sign Dak Prescott right now because somebody else is going to do that for you. But I don't see him letting Dak walk, and then you start over with a young quarterback that you drafted, or you try and hope that you can make a trade with somebody. I think he's got to know what is coming in this trade quarterback wise. I mean, and I'm talking legit Super Bowl caliber quarterback. If he's truly done with Dak, and you're handing the keys over to an experienced quarterback, not rolling the dice, hoping that, well, we're going to draft somebody and hope that it works. I don't see them tanking, trying to bottom out to be at the top of the draft for some quarterback right now that's a senior in high school or maybe a freshman in college that might be ready. I don't see him trying to tank so
like
he could go get Arch Manning. I just don't see that, knowing that he doesn't have enough time left on planet Earth. Now, he might feel like he does, but he knows it's late fourth quarter. So, and that's the thing that's baffling about this offseason. And he says all in, and what our definition of all in is, because I know he wants to win another Super Bowl while he is alive.
I just think right now at this moment, and it could change, but at this moment in time, Jerry Jones doesn't have the stomach to write Dak Prescott a $300 million check. I mean, I just don't think that he does, because look, it's been 8 years and it's the same story for all 8 of them. And I mean, you go back to Romo and everybody else too, but we're talking Dak Prescott right now. And I just don't think at this point in time, Jerry wants to say, all right, we're going to go another 5 years with you, and here's $60 million a year. I just get that feeling that he doesn't want to do that. And if they're talking behind the scenes about a trade, fine. But I don't see at this moment in time. I mean,
he might not want to, but what's the alternative? Well, if his goal is to win a Super Bowl while he's alive. Now, Steven, who might be the owner of the team when that contract expires.
Could be.
What's
most likely will be.
What's the influence here? So you think less than 3 years for Jerry, right? But that's what I'm saying. If it's Jerry, right? Steven's got years, and Steven's kids got years to figure stuff out, right? And maybe win a Super Bowl. But for Jerry to hold that trophy again while he is alive, and you kind of look at Al Davis. That was always his goal, and it never happened. And not like his kid is done anything. You know what I mean?
Hey,
but wow, what was that?
Sorry.
But you see what I mean? It's just like Jerry might not want to, and I agree with you. He's angry. He's angry. He's acting like, he's mad. But at the same time, what's the alternative if you truly want to stay in the Super Bowl conversation? Dak Prescott still gives you that chance right now with the CeeDee Lamb, with Micah. He's got a weapon. He needs more weapons. He needs other people to lift him. But from the quarterback position, and every franchise is chasing that quarterback. They have one. Every other, Rich Eisen today. Well, if Dak truly walks, here's the top 5 teams that would like him. Well,
sure.
If Dak sucks as bad as Cowboy fans thinks he does, why does any other team want him? So when I look at that, if you're Jerry and you see that, what's your alternative?
That's not the point, though. Every other team can want everybody. Hell, I'd like for the Cowboys to go out and sign Tom Brady in his prime. I'd like for them to go out and get Patrick Mahomes. You can want that all you want, and teams would want it, and it'd be great. I'm sure Dak would be happy in another uniform and to have a change of scenery. But I mean, at some point in time, it's just insane to sit there with the same quarterback who is not getting it done when it counts. And not only is not getting it done when it counts, but stinking up the place when it counts. Well, look, and I'll use Boldinger saying the Cowboys beat up on a bunch of tomato cans.
They did.
This year. They did.
They did.
When they got into the playoffs against a team that wanted to win a hell of a lot more than the Cowboys did, they got spanked.
But again, you look at the plan was there in Green Bay. As great as Aaron Rodgers is,
sure,
that dude has one Super Bowl on his resume.
Absolutely.
One. And that was in 2010. Green Bay dealt with it, dealt with the playoff disappointment, a lot of home NFC championship games.
Yep.
But what did they do? Oh, they didn't go get Aaron Rodgers, wide receiver, in the first round. They went and drafted his replacement. That replacement sat there, and they developed him when they thought that Jordan Love was ready to go. Aaron Rodgers was gone. The Cowboys have not prepared for the departure of Dak Prescott like, say, the Green Bay Packers did.
Well, first of all, Dak Prescott is not Aaron Rodgers. All right, let's just get that off.
Nobody said he was.
I'm just saying,
but it's a fair comp of a team that thought they had a Super Bowl quarterback that couldn't get them back to a Super Bowl.
Hopefully, the Cowboys are doing something behind the scenes because look, I don't know, and I'm not the biggest Cowboy fan in the world, but I'm done with Dak. He's not getting. He's a good quarterback who needs a lot of help. And if the Cowboys are going to keep him around, they better go out and get somebody there. The problem they're going to have, if they re-sign Dak Prescott and Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb, they don't have any money to get anybody. You're going to have those guys. You're going to be stuck in the same spot 5 years from now that you're in right now.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Spurs play the Utah Jazz tonight.
Yeah.
Wemby, not sure if he's going to be playing, although he seems to be commenting quite a bit in our live stream right now.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, sure. Exactly. Yeah, you're not fooling anybody. You know, if you're dealing with any problems at your house with your plumbing, your air conditioner, you know there is one company to call, and that is Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC, 210-651-5899. At Quartermoon, they are full service. Big job, small job, residential or commercial. Their service trucks are fully stocked, and they have all the equipment needed for any job. No commission. Sales reps, they'll provide estimates and second opinions. They have a great experienced staff that has earned an A-plus ranking with the Better Business Bureau. And at Quartermoon, they are green certified. Now, your AC unit, if it needs to be replaced, call Quartermoon right now because for a limited time, all 14 SEER up to 3-ton AC systems are just $69.99 installed. Call Quartermoon, 210-651-5899, 651-5899, or online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with Rob and RJ.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, the 16 is sweet and 4 contenders are at it. UConn, North Carolina, Arizona. Can they make it? We'll undress all of them and see who looks good in the showers.
Plus, find me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. It is opening day. Who's going to win the World Series? We are definitely going to tell you. Oh, and the Spurs played last night. Did they get win number 17? We'll tell you at 6 a.m.
Do you have unfiled tax returns or being threatened by the IRS that your wages are about to be garnished or bank accounts are going to be levied? You need an ally. Allies Tax Relief has professionals ready to fight for you. Their enrolled agents, tax attorneys, and CPAs have saved millions of dollars for taxpayers just like you. They won't just resolve your tax problems. They'll most importantly protect your wages, bank accounts, and all your assets from being taken by the IRS. Call for a free consultation. 800-230-5174. 800-230-5174 or go to alliestaxrelief.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. We've helped over 30,000 families out of financial hardship by getting them out of bad timeshares. If your timeshare agreement goes on forever, if you were told timeshares are a great investment, or your maintenance fees will never go up, you have questions, we have the answers. At Wesley Financial Group, we're dedicated to helping timeshare owners get out of their financial nightmare. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free. explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call now for your free timeshare exit information kit. Call 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000. 800-761-0000.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Somebody's knocking the door. I walk over, and there's Toby Keith. I'm like, hey, Toby Keith. He's like, hey, is Rick James in here? I'm like, yeah. He does like to smoke the weed.
Yes, he does.
Yes. We are having some celebrities, Rick James and Dan Haggerty and
Grizzly Adams?
Grizzly Adams.
Wow. Hello, Grizzly Adams.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Every Saturday morning.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
Now is the best time to buy a Connecticut water softener. With current models being closed out to make way for the new ones, you can save big. Call Connecticut at 656-PURE and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you. That's 656-PURE.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-385-9302 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-385-9302. That's 800-385-9302. What do you have to lose? Call 800-385-9302. Again, 800-385-9302.
San Antonio, get ready for Car Fest, April 5th through the 7th at the Freeman Expo Hall. Enjoy a car show, driver workshops, entertainment, plus the chance to win a free car. And the best part, admission is free. Learn more at carfestsa.org.
This is the AA Best Bail Bonds. Game Night San Antonio on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Every game night, the Blitz with Jason and Joe get you inside and ready for tonight's game. Players, coaches, insiders. This is the AA Best Bail Bonds Game Night San Antonio.
Wemby for three, butter, and Wembenyama put him in the friend zone.
The pregame show starts now.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Spurs, Jazz, they play tonight. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. We call this Game Night San Antonio. We get you ready for tonight's Spurs game. Question is, will Wemby be available and ready? Will Keldon be available and ready? With the later start, we don't know yet.
Both of those guys questionable, but both of them, according to Tom Orsborn of the San Antonio Express News, were at shoot-around and participating at shoot-around today. So that's a good sign for both of those guys.
When you look at Wemby, and I know a lot of us look at the 65-game rule that the NBA has started this year. For Rookie of the Year, that's not in play.
No.
But Wemby wants to be eligible for other postseason awards and honors. You know, he's in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. Don't think he's going to get it. The All-NBA stuff, which does require the 65-game minimum. And with Wemby saying he wants to be eligible for all those postseason awards, 65 games does matter to Wemby. But yes, we're aware that Rookie of the Year, six-man aren't a part of those other postseason awards, but it's not just rookie of the year that Wemby is chasing because, down the stretch, you never know. And big defensive efforts down the stretch, some of those monster block games tonight, a good showing tonight, I don't know, against Utah, if he does play, that could go a long way for people that haven't decided.
Well, it could. But again, a rookie has never won that award. It doesn't mean that it couldn't start now, but they never have. So I don't know that matters. I think, look, if Wemby's truly hurt, if he truly has a sprained ankle, you sit him as long as you have to. I mean, why take the chance on this guy, hurting himself further or worse? And I mean, I think you just sit him. Why sit him for a while? There's only 10 games left. If he has to sit 5 and play the rest of the 5, whatever the case may be, just make sure the guy's healthy and well.
Well, and again, I mean, if you're chasing bottom 3, Spurs with 16 wins and somehow 3 of those against the Phoenix Suns.
Now they play better without Wemby. You better be careful what you wish for.
Well, right now, Charlotte's at 17 wins. Spurs have kind of the basement tied up. I mean, they've got a 3-game lead in suckage on the Portland Trailblazers, who have 19 wins. But with Charlotte there at 17, and who knows what the tiebreakers are for this. But, going bottom 3, and again, as Ryan Eagle likes to say, they play better without Wemby. So he needs to be in these games so they can continue losing. Is that what I should read into those comments, Joe?
Well, I mean, it seems like it, right?
Tongue in cheek, of course.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, but they do. And I think there's some truth to that, though. The team plays a little freer without him. And I think some of that, just looking, is that I think they're so focused on getting him the ball and making sure that he is involved and participates. And when he's not on the floor, I mean, they're just out like they're playing in the backyard. They're running, they're doing things, they're hustling, they're playing faster and all of those things. And so, look, while obviously Wemby is Wemby and he's going to be the great player that he's going to be for some time, this particular group of players seem to play a little freer when he's not on the floor.
The crazy thing is, you never know what you're going to really get from the Spurs team. The other night, they shot the ball well. They didn't turn it over. They won. Who was it this morning? Was it Legler on Get Up? I'm trying to remember. Talking about Phoenix and their championship hopes. And he was like, that loss to the Spurs was so disgusting and so unexplainable. How do you consider yourself a championship team if you lose to those guys? And I felt so offended by that because then it was like, and they lost to that team that Wemby didn't even play in. Like it was such a cardinal sin. I was offended by it, but it was so accurate because you look at some of these teams that are championship contending type teams, Boston blowing a 30-point lead the other night to a bad Atlanta team. It does happen in the NBA. And I think Bradley Beal said it best. We just thought we were going to show up at the gym and get an easy win. The Spurs played harder. And I think that's the good sign for all these other guys not named Wemby that are playing right now down the stretch like they want to be here next year.
Right.
And they know they've got to close this season strong because it really is the last thing you remember. And, with 10 games left for a lot of these guys, a solid 10 games could mean a return trip next year.
No, it absolutely could. And I think that matters. And I think to some of these other teams, although they shouldn't be this way, it's just, I think, human nature. 10 games left in the season, you're going to be in the playoffs, and it's been a long season. And again, I believe Bradley Beal because, look, Saturday night, the Suns did show up and just crush the Spurs. So without Wemby on the floor, human nature says, look, we're going to show up and this is not going to be a problem. And we'll go home with another W. So, and look, when stuff starts rolling downhill, it's very difficult to stop it. And I think that's what happened to the Suns. And they kind of got punched in the mouth and wouldn't, never really recovered. And good on the Spurs for winning that game.
And Fred Villarreal on our YouTube stream, and subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel, keeping track of the number of games to secure the all-time worst season in Spurs history and or avoid setting that mark, which Wemby has said he does not want to be a part of. But, you know, they got 16 wins. There are 10 games left. They got to go 500. And have they gone 500 in any 10-game stretch this year? No.
And, you know, it's going to be tough to win in Utah. And their schedule down the stretch is not an easy one. I mean, it's really not. When you look at the Spurs schedule down the stretch, they've got some difficult teams to play. Now, look, whether those teams play or not, if they're already in, they've already secured a seed, or are they still chasing? All of that's going to matter. But it's not an easy schedule moving forward for the remaining 10 games.
No, and again, we're not far away from getting to watch playoff basketball that for the 5th year won't include the San Antonio Spurs, which is highly disappointing. But watching some of these other playoff contending teams in the West, kind of odd. I mean, Denver looks like the odds-on favorite to repeat as the Western Conference champion, although Oklahoma City's played extremely well, but are they ready to make a run all the way to the NBA Finals? You know, Minnesota. It's weird when you look at, like, Phoenix was my preseason pick, and there are times where they look like they could go win a title, and there's other times where they lose to the Spurs. They're the 8th seed. The Lakers are the 9th seed. The Rockets have won 9 games in a row, yet they're still on the outside looking in for even to make the play-in, which is just bizarre. But I think once the playoffs begin, at least in the West, it might have a day 1, day 2 of the NCAA tournament feel to it, with some of these lower seeded teams pulling upsets, because you know, I don't think that Houston is as great of a team to make a finals run, but they're getting hot at the right time, and they are good enough to get out of the first round if they can actually get to the first round of the playoffs. You know, the Lakers, you know, you can't count out LeBron. Same kind of with Golden State, although I don't look at either of those teams as legit teams to make a run to the finals. But could they get to the second round or even the West Finals? It certainly is possible, depending on how the brackets lay out.
I tell you what, the play-in tournament's going to be great. If the 4 teams that are in there right now are the 4 teams that are actually in there, Sacramento, Phoenix, the Lakers, and Golden State, it's going to be a hell of a play-in tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be a lot of fun to watch with those teams in there. So,
and like tournament style, it's one and done.
Yes.
Or depending on where you are, 2 and done.
Right.
But yeah.
But that's going to be a lot of fun. So the NBA playoffs are fun. I'm looking forward to that. Ready for these 10 games to be over with, because I want to see what happens with the Spurs in their future. What do they do?
What do they do? That's the $1 million question. I know what we've got to do. We've got to hand it off to one James Pledger for extra innings with Pledge, who is not feeling great. So it could be a froggy hour, if you will.
Nah, he'll bring it.
He'll bring it. And we're going to bring all our stuff to the airport. We're heading to Las Vegas tomorrow. The Blitz live from Circa Las Vegas. We'll talk to you then.
Looking forward to that. Hey, if you want a taste of Las Vegas right here in San Antonio, head over to the Big Blind right there at 281 in Redland Road. Tonight is a great night to head on over there.